I'm gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. I'm gonna tell you what is happening in Moravia. I'm gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to trust you and know. If the children crying for starvation, just to trust you want to get a news update, my brother, don't trust you want to know what is happening, Moravia, don't trust politicians want to make their decision, just to trust you want to know what's happening in the ministry, don't trust don't trust don't trust you from Funjama, Maryland, don't trust don't trust if you eat keep regular, my brother, don't trust you got a small TV, you got a small radio, don't trust don't trust you want to get a nose of the don't trust Rastafari. Kilibamba, 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 kilibamba. What I want? Yes, everybody. Yes, everybody.
Yes, sir. A special one from the CEO, stand coming with the spoon. And your boy, right in the South, man. On the beat.
To get your information, to be part of Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Moravia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to trust you trust you and know. If the children crying for starvation, just don't trust you want to get a news update, my brother, don't trust you want to know what is happening, Moravia, don't trust politicians want to make their decision, just don't trust you want to know what's happening in the ministry, don't trust don't trust don't trust you from Funjama, Maryland, don't trust don't trust if you eat keep regular, my brother, don't trust you got a small TV, you got a small radio, don't trust don't trust you want to get a nose of the don't trust Rastafari. Kilibamba, 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 kilibamba. What I want? It's not about it. TV. It's not about it. TV.
Yes, I, a special one from the CEO, stand coming with the spoon. And your boy, right in the south, man. Charges on the beat. To the spoon to get your information. To the spoon to be part of the action. Spoon, 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 television. Spoon, spoon, spoon.
I'm gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. I'm gonna tell you what is happening in Moravia. I'm gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to the spoon, you will know. If the children crying for starvation, just to the spoon. You want to get a news update, my brother, to the spoon. You want to know what is happening in Moravia, to the spoon. Politicians want to make their decision, just to the spoon. You want to know what happening in the ministry, to the spoon. Yeah, yeah, to the spoon. Yeah, yeah. You from Fonjama, Maryland to Tospo. Yeah, to Tospo. Every income, president, my brother to Tospo. You got a small TV, you got a small radio to Tospo. Yeah, to Tospo. You want to get a news update, to Tospo. Yeah, Rastafari. Kilibamba, 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 kilibamba. What I want? Yes, about it. TV. Yes, about it. TV.
A pleasant good evening to all of you across the world. Thanks for joining us. This is Spoon TV. Of course, this is your premier program. This is Spoon Talk. We are live across the Spoon Network, Spoon FM 107.5. To get your information. We're live on Fabric Radio 101.1. Thanks to all of our folks joining us across Liberia on 104.1 voice of Liberia, and a host of radio stations across the country, relaying the program, making sure that Liberians are informed, irrespective of where they are. Spoon Talk is that place where you get the unfiltered views, analysis, updates, making sure that we bring you up to speed with all of the happenings across Liberia every single day. My name is Nelson Collier. This edition of Spoon Talk is going to be very, very hot. You want to hot seat? As most of you are aware, Senator Edwin Melvin Snowe will be on tonight. He's going to be the guest. The CEO will join in with the rest of the team. And it's going to be a very engaging and informative show as well. So thanks to all of you joining us tonight. As always, we are live across our different social media handles. We're on Spoon TV on Facebook, Fabric TV on Facebook, and Super TV on Facebook. Thanks to the many of you joining us on Spoon Talk Live on YouTube. I want to welcome you tonight to this edition of Spoon Talk. Let me go to the comment section. I ask you to share the program as you join us tonight in your different group chats across your social media handles. Let's have a great conversation tonight. Daniel Tante is joining us from Tinker's Village. Man Cecilia's son is here tonight. Augustine Tour is joining us from Burraville. And so many of you joining in. Joseph Watson is here tonight from Minnesota. That's where he's joining us from. I want to welcome all of you. Patrick Flomo from Dupont Road. Where are the folks on YouTube? Now I see Robert Gomez joining us from YouTube. He says he's joining from Cotton Tree Mission Community RIA Highway. Thank you for joining us, Fair Kimmer, Patrick Flomo, and the rest of you joining us tonight. We ask you to keep sharing the show as you join us. It doesn't matter where you're joining us from. This edition of Spoon Talk is one that you don't want to miss for anything. I want to welcome you tonight. A lot has been happening across Liberia. Of course, the CEO will come on. He will bring you all of the updates, the breaking news, and the different happenings throughout the course of the day. He's going to bring you up to speed with that. But as we always do here, we make sure to dedicate the first segment of Spoon Talk to you so you get to express yourselves, say what's on your mind. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing here. But I see the CEO has joined us. The Liberian people say they want you to hold on.
Now, all you say, don't be afraid. I'm coming for you today. I'm coming for you massively too.
The Liberian people say they want you to hold on.
Whatever you say, I'm coming for you massively too. What I heard today, I thank you. I thank you.
The Liberian people say they're putting white flare up tonight.
You were so tired. Liberian people will tell their own. Yeah, I'm coming for you today. I thank you. I keep on time too. Look at the time. Keep very early. Very early. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So the woman graduation, man, you invite any of us, no invitation. Hey, my begin that's it. Begin body, but that's it. Can you hear me though? You can hear me, right?
It's like a microphone has problem.
Hey, my man, don't do that thing to me, about. You hear your last zero now, and that's all.
See, at this time of the day, certain information is just supposed to be kept.
Oh yeah. Okay, so Megan to all.
Yeah, Megan to all.
Megan to all. What Costa? Megan to all. Hey, Costa. Look at the man texting me, begging me like, "Never talk." I'm begging you. Never talk. We will be going live with Edwin Melvin Snowe at the Rhode Island Parliament. He should be addressing the folks in Rhode Island, USA. We will be going live. I believe they're trying to come on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we on the radio will carry Edwin Snowe for a few once they are ready. And we will be going live with Senator Snowe. He about to address the lawmakers in Rhode Island. We will take the senator from Bowman County, Edwin Melvin Snowe, live on Spoon. But as you know, I'm here early today. The rest of the team will be joining, by the way. We got a lot of good conversation, a lot of good things. I heard a lot of good things, by the way. You know, Putu Mountain is on my heart. Putu Mountain is on my heart. It's in my mind, ladies and gentlemen. This will be one of the biggest concessions in the history of Liberia. If Joseph Boaga make this thing go through, I tell you what, Nelson, the people of the southeastern region will benefit and benefit bigly. It will be bigger than Masalamita. I want to talk about Putu Mountain. You know, people say, still, you be on the government, be on the ground. But this is the one that touched my heart. Because people of the southeastern region will benefit. That's it. Something big. Oh, yeah. I beg you, yeah. Something big. And everybody should hear this. Yeah, it's very, very clear. This one part, it got to go. It got to go big time. It got to go. You cannot put forth. And again, a lot of discussion is happening. A lot of discussion is happening. I can tell you right now, we have companies, and, you know, trying to bid for this thing. They put in their bid. There are people coming. They want to do it. We are talking about $1 billion concession. Billion. It was for B. It's not a thing about HPX. It's not a thing about Asalamita. That thing is about real money, good money. And, you know, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, seriously.
And the people of the southeastern region, they've all been yearning for that opportunity.
The people have been neglected.
Yeah.
The people have been forgotten. You know, the people have been neglected and they have been forgotten. Listen, we're torso and torso. I will be objective all the time, but I can say this to all Liberians out there. If that concession goes through, that's it. Putu Mountain. I will tell you everything about the Putu Mountain. If that thing goes through, Liberia will never be the same. That's it. We are talking about Grand Jida, Sano, Maryland, Grand Crew, River Says, coming down up there. I beg you, man. They coming all the way to Grand Bassa. The people will be using the port of Sano. Hey, man, Greenville Port. I've been on that port before. Well, in the helicopter, you were going. You know, the army helicopter doing the water, the everyone the helicopter.
Oh, like helicopter sound there?
Yeah, that is sound. Beautiful place. Well, but I'm telling you, Nelson, it's very, very important for you to know, and every Liberian should know, that the Liberian people honor this government, Joseph Yeman Poklop Waka. And I'll be the paper while I'm telling the truth. That will be one of his greatest legacy, greatest achievement. That will be. A lot of, look, we are talking about job creation. Job creation. That's what we're talking about. Make no mistake. I'm dead serious. Listen. I will not stop talking about that. The Putu Mountain. The companies that are involved are bidding, Liberia own. I didn't know Liberia people get money like that. Nelson. $100 million they want to put down. Yeah. Liberians saying that they want to own the Putu Mountain. They want that concession for 25 years. Listen, I'm not here to talk flat. No, tabata, no. Listen, we got our problem. The country got problem. We know that. We got the border issue. And I got something like story on the border thing coming up today. I was able to speak to some people from Guinea. I got a breaking news on the border issue. I will talk about it. But I want to say to everybody from Maryland, from Grand Crew, Sano, River Says, what else? Eastern, there are 6, right?
River Says, Grand Jida, River Says,
and all of them. All of them. I'm telling you, at the end of the day, I will assure you that would be the biggest in the history of Mama Liberia. We need that. We need it because the mistake was made. Somebody said, I'm going to do the helicopter thing again. Clack, 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 clack. You know, they put out the show for listen, they got out the show. I said the helicopter, clack, 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 clack. Wait, how the helicopter got wrong, right? But Charles Deline, I'm telling you, that would be one of the biggest things, Julius or Guanu. And I think the president can achieve that. And I think it is River G. Thank you very much, my brother. And I think it's only important for everybody to consider it, because what is happening in Liberia today, we need our own. We need to own it. Yes. We're talking about hospitals. They're going to build the roads. To tell you the truth, we're not talking about no better road. Now they rolled out, the people not there in 2 days for no. This kind of concession will be transparent. CC Kapor, welcome. Yes, Reverend G, CC. This kind of thing will be, it will be clear, because for me, I will tell the Liberian people every step of the way. And that's why the people in Michael Bobby Boo. Michael, I don't know what you think, but what I'm saying here, and if you comment, I will share some things with you, Michael, right? Yeah, waiting for you, Edwin Snowe. The message, what happened again? Waiting for the man. What am I saying?
I think it's set up. Everything is set up from the back end.
Yeah, we like waiting for you. Snowe, come on, speak to the people. Yeah.
Probably he's waiting for you to bring him on.
No, he's not speaking yet. I seen that they're ready. They're going to sit down, and I will bring him on. But I will say to you, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a very good show. The guys will be joining us. Yeke is coming back. Yeke is on fire. I can announce to you, we have people from CDC again. Another good story coming your way, right? We have some sedition signing on paper to kick Yeke out of the House of Representatives. We got Dixon Sibo, Abu Kamara, or Jerry Yobo. I will name all of them. They sign, they are receiving their own money. And when they return, they should keep Yeke up. CDC they don't let. It's something about CDC, man. What's going on? Hey, guys, let me say this to you. This is true. We're talking about Putu Mountain. I got all that thing taken care of. We talk about CDC and the hypocrisy in CDC. These guys say, how can you be a lawmaker? You're hungry so quick and you're selling your breath right in your soul. These guys are selling their soul. Y'all see? They are selling their soul. Look at Texas Simo. The man said he retired going to court because he won't strike a deal for the government not to prosecute him. So therefore, he was signing a paper to kick Yeke out. And that's what happened. Look at this, Abu Kamara. They are doing the Fonati 2.0. They see what the king Fonati or they're about to kick again. And to tell you the truth, but Yeke come to tell you, listen to him today. Some of the things he's saying, I don't agree with him, but I Yeke. But sedition, I don't know who in Unity Party. And ladies and gentlemen, listen to me for a second. And I want to hear you. We still waiting on Snow, right? Jacob Debbie. But something, people in Unity Party, they are dismantling CDC operation. That's it. People in Unity Party, hey man, my man. When I get in Zico, then people calling me to slow down. This thing can make my body sweat. That's it. It can make my body sweat. I on the show, I'm speaking to my Liberian people, then the people are telling me, say, slow down. What was slow down?
I see Liberian people calling you.
No. They don't want me to talk about the CDC thing. Now they're calling me. They don't want me to talk about it. I was talking about Putu Mountain here. You see anybody call me? Or tell them DeLong. They don't want me to talk about it.
So that sedition are calling you so?
That's sedition. They're begging me to stop. And to be frank with you, I can tell you this is an embarrassment. Let me text them. I will explain all today. Today, if I'm on fire, I came here on time. I will leave exactly 6:30. I'm here for 2 hours. I'm out. I go to Bible study. I beat my salsa. I praise my God. To tell you the truth, I will praise my God because I know exactly what's going on.
But see, that video went viral.
And you put virus in there. You put virus in there, say it went virus.
A lot of people say they didn't know you could play the salsa like that. Some people say,
I'm a salsa player, man. I play the drum and all. Yeah, I play the drum and all. Listen, I can do a little of everything to praise my God. So everybody running and everybody saying something, but guys, are you forgetting about summer toy case? Listen, 11 people. The news there in Labrador too sweet. It's like someday good, someday bad. You know, the Madingo man, people call out water. You know that. You know, I said Madingo man, I call nobody name. That is saying. The Madingo people, you know, Musa Keita from all the way Minnesota, people call out water. He Madingo man. Musa Berete, I don't know about Musa Berete. Am I calling a Madingo man? Yeah, no, am I calling a Madingo man, right? Am I calling some kind of man from Buffalo? But if you're Madingo man, Michael Bobby Boo, are you Madingo? They say, man, Sunday good, Sunday bad. Madingo man, people call out water. So I don't know who's a Madingo man out there. That means don't blame me, my people. But I want to say to all of you, welcome to Spoon Talk. Get on the thing, my people. Share the show on YouTube, Voice of Liberia, Spoon FM, Fabric, Super. We want to say share the show. Let's make progress because it's going to be a great day. This is the day the Lord has made. Let's rejoice and be glad in it. Yes, indeed. Whatever you are, Jerry, Krenga. Yeah, that man can give me a hard time, man. That man can give me a hard time. It may say Fisi Sasa Bida. Look at you can be Sasa Jerry. I'll pick you, yeah. We want to wait for Edwin Melvin Snowe. He will be speaking to the lawmakers up there in Rhode Island, United States. He about to address the Congress over there. And we'll be bringing it to you live. My sister, Sisi Kwok. Sisi Kwok, where your brother, where your husband? Richard Kuhn, the regent speaker. The man say your sister and brother, where your husband? Richard Kuhn. Sisi, we want you to say we acknowledge you. We say yes, indeed. Who got over here? Lucien Touré. Lucien Touré, it's always good to have you. Boom breaker, Michael Bobby Boo, we recognize you. I want to bring in Amen Sharif. Amen Sharif, they say the LDA people, now listen. The money that people took from the border was $1.7 million. How much was reported? They got an LDA, they are bad guys. The allegation that they got us stealing like that is very, very bad. Let me see who's this. You're still calling me. What's your name and where you joining us from? Mama, what's your name? Anthony, talk to me. What you calling me for? You live. I'm on the show. What you calling me for?
Yeah, thank you. I've been calling, I've been unfortunately on the show. I have some issues.
My man, you got to lower your television or your computer. All right, lower your device you listen to. You listen to that device. So I hope you can call me back, Anthony. I want to say another thing happening in Trenton. The Trenton Liberian organization having the election. We got 2 candidates up for that thing. They're saying that I'm going to try to bring them on the show. The whole, Burlington, Trenton, Mercer County, and all the surrounding. And, they will be going to elect the new president. You get, what's his name? Watkins, Danny, and the other gentleman. We'll try to bring them on the show. We're going to listen to them. I met his mother, one of them, mother at the African store. I'm going to get my potatoes going to cook my fried potatoes going tonight. Nelson, you will not believe it. I got a big white fish. White fish roll like this. The hair went in the mud, roll like this. They just roll. All I need to do, I will just wash it. I'm not breaking it up, right? And just put it in the pot boy. We'll just put it in the pot and just soften it or season it. Then we'll take that, just take all the bones on it. Because you want to eat, you don't want no bone. You got to take all the small bones on it and just put it there when the time is right. When you're eating, then the bone between your mouth. Nah. Anybody cook for you like that, they're not good cook.
See, that whole description that can be hungry, me angry.
No, but that's it. You cannot go eat. That's it. You cannot go eat any fish bone or in your throat. Then you fight to the bone for your mouth. No, your eating should be comfortable. Anybody get you food and the fish get bone or the fish head, they must separate those things. But you won't eat and enjoy. Cut the meat small, right, Michael? You gotta cut the meat small that people may be able to chew it, but you go put meat in your mouth and waiting for your mother. No. We don't eat like that, man. Come on. We know how to cook, and I'm gonna steam my potatoes green tonight. After the show, man. After Bible study, I'm gonna come home. I'll be playing my Ludo, and I'll be
somebody wrote the person saying that they haven't seen any photo of your food you've cooked before. The person say, since you've been talking about cooking, the person I see the potato green bowl here, the way the food can be on steam, like you're about to dish out the food.
You know what? I'm considering. I'm considering to do a cooking show, but I want competition. Yeah, I'm considering to take the camera in the kitchen and cook potatoes green from start to finish. But you know who I want to cook against? Who actually I want a competition on? Few people. Micah, Tanji, my cousin. Yeah. I want us to try it. I want people to. Nobody must tell me just be on camera. And I will reach out to Tanji and Micah. You must just be able to just cook. Nobody must say anything. Just bring your own thing and let people come and just taste your food. Stranger, not family member. I will beat them.
But see, you rather want to go in that competition because the people need you calling that people.
I can cook better than Tanji. I can cook better than Tanji. Ask Tanji, she know me. I can cook better than Tanji. I can cook better than Mankan. I went to Mankan, play the swallow fufu and thing, crappy soup. I mean, the crappy soup was correct, right? But you know how they can prepare the to-go? And they did it to go, but the soup started wasting because she never had the correct bowl. And I felt bad. You got to have the to-go bowl. And people know what I'm talking about. You got to have that. But you know, Tanji can cook, yeah. I tasted her food, the Farion, you know, when I was in Liberia, and she brought the thing. But you know, she put a lot of too much of seasoning in her plenty. Tanji again fair with me. That's it.
They open a restaurant, everything. She can cook out.
You know, Yombly love to eat from Tanji. So I'm thinking, I said, Yombly, do you know how to cook Yombly? Because she loves eating from Tanji. So I'm worried. I said, Yombly, do you know how to cook? Because Tanji always go a little overboard in the season. You know, season is not good, right? and you know, then when you go to Mankan to eat, you in West Maryland, you finish eating from Mankan, then they say, okay, I need this, you know, potatoes going to go. She doesn't have the right to go, the carry-on bowl. You know what I mean, Wanto? They get a nice, you know, styrofoam carry-on bowl that will not spill the food over. And I'm thinking that is Mankan weakness, right? Then I go to my cousin, Angeline B, and guess what? She cook, I can't eat the food.
See you, the Chowi looking for on
So
the media.
when you go to the competition, you will eat your competitor food more than your own food.
I'm thinking, so the best thing we can do, I don't know what people think here. The best thing I can do, I go in competition with them. I'm not afraid, right? And I believe that I would do better. Let's say I trust my cooking.
Wow.
My man, who's that with your name? Wednesday, leave me alone. I'm taking phone call. Leave me alone. Let me talk to the people there. But to tell you the truth, you know, and if anybody knows Tanji, the woman can cook well. She can cook well, but tell her to reduce her seasoning a little bit, right?
Reaction.
But where Tanji shot? I brought to call Tanji. Let me call Tanji. We're waiting for Edwin Snowe, folks. I came early because we're waiting for Senator Snowe. He will be addressing at the Congress there in Rhode Island. We'll be taking him live. Wherever you are, continue to join Spoon Talk. That's my view. I think Tanji can cook, but she cook a little bit seasoning in her food. And I know she's going to kill me. That's fine. And you know, Tanji is my sister. Tanji, Tanji. Well, but you know, Tanji used to cook for all. I did put again, you know. Tanji used to cook for all sedition, right? And I also cook, but
see you the play carrying the conversation for I'm there. I officially plead the fifth in the conversation going on. I'm officially
Tanji, my sister. Tanji. Tanji, I tell you, bro, that you can cook. But the day I ate at your restaurant, that jacket had a little more seasoning in it. So they got invest with me. I said you can cook, but you gotta reduce the seasoning, Tanji. I'm live, though. Tanji, where's your shop at? Where's your shop?
So my shop is not currently open. Will be opening in May.
Okay.
It's gonna be R2 on the Development Highway.
But you said cooking, right?
No, I'm doing the spices. I'm gonna go back into cooking.
Okay.
But that will be announced a later day when I'm done. But I'll go back into the whole space of cooking this year.
I think when you do that, because I want us to get in the cooking competition. I'm telling folks that you are live. I'm telling them that I can cook better than you, and you know. So. But Tanji, real quick though, the person love your cooking. She love you, Tanji, and the people are asking when she can go collect everything from you, and you cook for her. Does she know how to cook?
They put in your cook, actually the person can cook. She can bake.
Oh, she can bake.
Best cornbread, and she can make fried rice.
Oh, only fried rice she stopped too. Yes, this is Tanji. Tanji, listen, let us know when you're opening the shop, and we want to say thank God for you, and we do admire you. Yes, Mama. Yeah. Yeah. So you see, my thing is that, let me tell you guys, man, Tanji can lie to me. This girl never lied to me. To tell you the truth, cooking in my area. I do a little of everything.
They get out a very interesting question. You said you know how to boil rice.
Tanji.
One thing, after the CEO phase was very strategic. After dealing with her, he tried to water the ground. So instead of waiting for her to react to the video, let me call her.
I can never wait for her to react to the video. I gotta call her. Yes, I gotta call her. Listen, guys, I want to say welcome to the show. We are waiting for Edwin Snowe, but today on our topic, everybody will be coming on. We'll discuss the Putu Mountain. Right? A big thing for Liberia, a big thing coming to Liberia, to tell you the truth. The Putu Mountain will create a lot of jobs. We're talking about hundreds of thousands of jobs. We're talking about road. We're talking about the seaport in Greenville. We are talking about bigger than Asalabi town. And I will say this to you. This is the greatest, biggest. Who this person calling me? Yeah, your name. You calling me? How can I help you? Hello? The man call me again to him. Yeah, how can I help you, please?
Hello?
Yes, how can I help you?
Yeah, Central, listening to you on the program called from India. All right.
Okay, but if we open the line, then you should be able to call. We open the line yet.
Yeah, what Central is saying is not important more than because Yeke is the obstacle in our country.
But I said we open the line yet, then you say, well, what kind of man is so? We open the line yet, the man just talking. Hey, you say you keep on calling me. You call me one more time with blocking number. Yeah, man, what to? We are talking about serious issue here about Putu Mountain and men say Yeke. What we worry about Yeke? Not seriously. Why do people can leave Yeke alone? Leave this man alone. Let Yeke be Yeke. We got a country to run. We will do. We gotta come to the run. Ignore Yeke. Jovia ignored Yeke for 6 years. Just ignore him. He don't want to Nigerian speaker will remove the man. Listen, man, guys. Let me tell you something about something good that is happening. And it's gonna happen this year. It's gonna happen this year. I should tell this to everybody. Guess what happened, Manto? The Putu Mountain. I want every Liberian to listen to this on the radio. The Putu Mountain will be a game changer. What I'm hearing, what I'm saying, the Putu Mountain will be a game changer, especially for those from the southeastern region. People will have to relocate in Nigeria, and those that are inside of it will get tens of thousands of jobs. The iron will be going through the Port of Sano. They're going to revamp the entire Port of Sano. I'm not talking because I feel like. You don't want to tell you the truth. I think this is a great news. The Putu Mountain. But I can guarantee you though, some people that are allergic to good news, they will start running. You know, people get allergic, right? They're allergic to good news like this. But I like what Mr. Cummings say. If the government is doing well, let's celebrate the government. And this government, I think, is a good thing. It's a good thing. It's a beautiful thing, right? Anybody come here and talk about the Putu Mountain, you disrespect the Putu Mountain, will remove you. I said, don't come on the show, we'll remove him. The Putu Mountain. The Putu Mountain is a place to go. And I think we are talking about hundreds of thousands of jobs.
I see a rap already.
I'm watching him. We are talking about hundreds of thousands of jobs. So I want to say to all of you folks, just sit back. I will give you the information. We have 3 companies contesting for the Putu Mountain. 3 companies we have contesting for the Putu Mountain, but 2 are permanent, and one of the 2 are Liberian company. Can you imagine if a Liberian man owning $1 billion Putu Mountain? Let me hear from you. I'm going to brush this up because we're still waiting for Snow. We get Snow.
I haven't seen the nature of the agreement. But
first, the fact that we talk about Putu Mountain, forget the agreement. We'll get there, right? The fact that we are talking about Putu Mountain for the southeastern part of the country that was neglected, the country that was the part of the country that was neglected and abandoned, right? The part of the country that people stay fishing, drive fish to eat, baple and mumwe. Right? We are talking about revitalizing. We are talking about bringing light to that part of the country.
Standard, I think I speak for all seditions and oppositions.
You speak for all seditions?
No, I don't think any sedition or opposition is angry about bad news. What happened is a systematic investigation. For the last time, Isaac, myself, along with Kev, one thing we've argued for is that the country has abundant resources. We must have fair, accessible accountability in our resources. I haven't seen the nature of the deal, so I can't comment on it, but I'm obviously very excited to see what the deal is. If it's in the best interest of Liberia, we'll evaluate it. And I think we have a lot of potential in our country. The truth here is that our concession agreement, even in the past, have never been the best possible. Stand on evaluate the concessions we have from after post-war Liberia.
I agree with you. I know listen, we're going to get into the concession. I agree with you, Manto. You're right. Giving 25 years for peanuts and the poor walk all out. This time around it will not happen. I can assure you. This time around it will not happen. And especially if a Liberian man or Liberian company take over the Putu Mountain, honor this government. That's a major breakthrough. I want to ask the Liberian people, we got 18 more minutes, that work on us to do. We're going to talk our tabata, but I want every Liberian to pay attention when we talk about the Putu Mountain. It will be very, very unique for you to listen. Let me listen to this before we bring it us to do. Who's this? Your name and where you joining us from?
My name is Calabo Gonglo. I'm joining you from the city of Brotherly Love called Philadelphia. I'm listening to you, Mr. Witherspoon, my good brother, but I'm kind of a little bit surprised at your excitement. In Liberia, we say, when the chicken get out of its barn in the morning, how fast it runs, you know how far that chicken will go. If you want to celebrate Putu Mountain, just the news. See how much, what is the template, the investment, the MDA template that Liberia has been using for years. Will it be different?
So
it's not going to be different.
So Kelebu.
Show me what matter is.
So Kelebu.
Yes.
So your happiness is different from my happiness, my brother. Not because you won't wait for all that thing for you to rejoice and me I shouldn't rejoice. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm saying. And I'm saying to you and everybody, we will share the information. But because you're not happy with good news, I shouldn't be happy, Kelebu.
No, I've never
because you either gonglo brother, you tell one gonglo brother, you want to take opposite. No, give me a chance now. You want to give me a chance. No, give me a chance. I will give you a chance to talk. No, I will give you a chance to talk. And I always tell you, you always welcome on the show. You always welcome on this show. So don't be a stranger. But I will say this to you. Because your opposition to good news, you allergic. But Chief, I will give you a chance to talk. Let me finish my own talking.
Okay, I will give you a chance.
Thank you. Because your opposition to good news, because your opposition to this party and to Joseph Yimabwaka, you want me to be opposition when I'm hearing that the government is about to do something good. I'm not going to do that. I know you Taiwan Gonglo little brother. I know you eat it, my own sister eat it. You are brother. I know you are strong opposition. I do believe that. But you cannot suppress my happiness. And don't do that. You cannot suppress my happiness because I'm talking about the Putu Mountain. And I don't think this is fair from, you going Kerebu. I mean, Kerebu, you can't do that, my friend.
Okay. Stanton, are you done?
I'm going to give you a few more seconds and we got to move on.
Okay. Yeah, let me just say this. First, let me just clarify. I am not an opposition, right? So let me just be clear to you. I'm for Liberia. I know a little bit about the mining sector, Stanton. I worked for government of Liberia before for 6 years. I was secretary to the mineral.
I don't want to know about your past portfolio. Let's come to the issue.
I know all that. So what I want to tell you is, the money, there's an investment incentive that God MDA.
So then, wait for me when I reveal the information. When I share the information, when I share the information, my brother, you will be informed. But you cannot stop me.
Let me ask you, Stanton. Let me ask you. Answer this question quick. Are you happy with Aslam Mittal agreement?
Again, I am not happy with Aslam Mittal agreement. But can I?
You gotta listen to you.
Can I answer you? Can I answer now?
Yes.
Thank you. You know, by the way, can about teaching math, Tegri math. I mean, you're out of there. So yeah, the math teaching Tegri math. So yeah, in America, in Pennsylvania. So let me say this to you. We'll share the information we're talking about here. Okay, my man, come on the show whenever you feel that we have the argument. But do not suppress do not suppress my happiness. You know, what's this, Isaac? The man say I shouldn't be happy because I'm hearing good news about Putu Mountain. That will save Isaac County, Maryland, Sano, Grand Judah, Grand Crew. And we're talking about River G and all River Says and all the other places. The man said, don't be happy because he's an opposition. Who does that? Ladies and gentlemen, serious, this is very, very unfortunate. I shouldn't be happy because I'm talking about the people in the southeastern region will be brought to light. I shouldn't be happy. I say, for the sake of God, I say, people in Maryland Harper will be benefiting from the Putu Mountain deal. I know you won't talk about waiting for the document. Yeah, we'll share the MDA. We'll share it to everybody. But I will rejoice and be glad in this conversation tonight. If this go through, it'll be one of the biggest things just in human back I ever touch. And again, I believe everything I'm saying, especially on Liberian only, the Putu Mountain. That's the biggest thing ever. So I said, talk to me, man. Talk to me. We're still waiting for Snow. Talk to me, my man. So that's not leave. Go hang with us. Don't leave yet. Go ahead. I say you're welcome. Talk to me.
Thank you. So start.
I think he's.
I said, when I hear you.
No, someone made me. What exactly is the plan for the Liberian people from you guys? So the only thing you want to do to these people is to just to make them happy every day. When you make them happy, then their life finish. What is the plan? So the only thing United Party wants to do is just to make the people happy for no reason. It only you get up, nothing happening, but you're just happy. So start out. The HPF 5 billion deal, it finished. That one we talking about it no more, right? The Wologisi 1.5 billion, that one we talking about it no more. Right now, we are on another 10 billion with Putu Mountain. So the only thing you want to do is to make the people sing on the street for no reason. I mean, how can you guys be this evil? Nelson, no, start no way your peace, baby.
That's not the other thing.
For your peace.
No, you gotta hurry up. We gotta bring Snow in.
I know you want me to hurry about.
No, but you know we gotta bring Snow in. Snow is about to address the round of Congress. Yeah, I gotta go to Dr. Richardson.
Dr. Richardson, were you in any meeting where United Party said the only thing we'll do in this country will make the people happy every day? Were you in any such meeting?
No.
Why are they keep making these people just happy? Why? We were.
So after that, address the question now because we gotta go. You
I know your body issue. Let me end.
Yeah, but I said I gotta go to that. Okay,
I come in right now. I come in. We were here. We woke up from no day. The people say these people are bringing 5 billion. People sinking on the street. Blah. In no time, the post will get some money coming big job.
We talk about advocacy. Right now they're going to our poor people in the southeast to make them dance for no reason. Stand up, a bow for the country, a bow.
Dr. Richardson, listen, I want to respond, but I beg you, welcome, Dr. Richardson. Let me just say something to acid though. There's time and season for everything. And let's be serious for once. And I also know very well that he's happy for the people. His people in Maryland, they're going to benefit from this deal. Put party business aside. Look at the Southeastern region. I would beat on President Walker on things I need to beat on him to have the change. But everybody from the Southeastern region, from President George Manawiya, Eugene Nagbe, Samuel Twe, we can name all the sedition from the Southeastern region. They will come back to the rest of Liberia. They will benefit. They will celebrate the new NDA from that of the Putu Mountain. The people got to benefit, they got to enjoy before they leave this earth. The Putu Mountain deal is the biggest ever in the history of Liberia. Make no mistake.
Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
Give me a chance.
Hallelujah.
I say, my brother, give me a chance. I will say to all of you, what I'm seeing, we are talking about billions of dollars. Just somebody tell me about this Putu Mountain deal. I'm the document I'm looking at right now. Companies are involved. 3 companies. 3. One of those companies owned by a Liberian, a group of Liberians. Dr. Richardson, forget that you CMC. We are talking about something that will benefit Liberian people. I don't want to put politics in this. And we'll discuss this issue. Welcome, Dr. Richardson. We got a few more minutes. Snow will be coming on. He will be addressing the Congress in Rhode Island. But I really want to say I do appreciate you coming on today, Dr. Richardson, and you comfortably sitting home. And you know, you're not babysitting today, your second grandchild, thank God for that. But it's good to see you, and I will not bring, listen, when Winfaka on the show, he will forget about the long praises to you.
Why?
No. Once we open the show, there is no need to go back and say, oh, my sister-in-law, the best. No, we pass it. It never came on time. So we're not going to waste our time with that one. Seriously. So that Richardson, you're going to decide. You know, he stay in the back. He doesn't come on.
That is not nice at all. That's how.
No, the man waste our time. The man. Well, listen, Richardson, welcome. Brother Russell, welcome. It's always good seeing you guys. Producing for us is our colleague, you know, our friend, our brother. Ladies and gentlemen, today, the fiance, the girlfriend, the wife of Nelson Collect graduated from AMEU. Nelson, you got a picture ready? You want to show? The reason why I want to show a graduation picture today, you got anybody else looking for Nelson? There's somebody in America can sponsor Nelson, sending him money. I want that person to start. Nelson have 2 kids. He married. Nelson, can you pull her picture? If you don't put Ruth picture up, it means that you don't like her. So I think just put the picture up now. We want to say congratulations to her. Don't hire her. We're waiting for you, Nelson.
CEO, this is the photo. Okay.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, you see, Russell, I couldn't think you put a picture up. Nelson, talk to us about Ruth. She graduated today. Congratulations to her. And we don't want any other flam coming around Nelson. The girl went through school. She suffered herself. She's so happy. She got 2 babies, 2 boys by you. So whosoever get another girl child, we'll talk about that one later. The girl that you get, I don't know. She told me today, you'll get only 2 kids and they are boys. And don't be like 1 to tier 1 to. But Nelson, congratulations to her. Is she your wife though, or your fiance? Talk to us about her now.
Well,
in Chogo.
Well,
but man, Nelson, the thing I have for you in Minnesota there, I didn't know you were married. but wait for you. You gotta add your own too.
Let's talk to us. We gotta do our show. Let's inform about us. Who is she to you? Who is she to
Oh,
you?
yeah, my son, I beg you.
Well, CEO, I want to say congratulations to Miss Ruth Endomia. She graduated today with a BBA in procurement and supply chain management.
Nice.
Great.
Nice. That's good.
Very nice.
So,
But I got a nurse here for you, brother.
Congratulations.
There's plenty. I got to put stop to this thing. They gave me my picking hard time. But that's go ahead.
You look so pretty in your gown.
My man, Nelson, have you heard of Stanton? Have you heard of the Minnesota nurses? The women.
I know.
Nelson. They're starting it off with $75 an hour, brother.
All right, but let's see with Nelson. Nelson, is she your wife? Your children's mother? Your fiance? Who is she to you? A girlfriend? Who is she to you? But put a picture back up now, please.
Well,
yeah, so,
no, that Richardson will soon be ready. Stay on. I'm gonna wait for Nelson.
Nelson, you better go take your call. Your phone is ringing.
Yeah.
So,
man, I promise again, I will defend all
yeah,
this
so CEO, I think you know, CEO, that I'm not married yet.
Okay.
Miss Ruth here is my fiancée, and
okay.
I'm not married yet. And yeah, I want to in a special way say congratulations to her as she celebrates this milestone. Yeah.
So I would tell the guy in Minnesota that she might just forget it.
Congratulations to Nelson.
Congratulations to Ruth. Congratulations.
Another window has closed. So sorry, you can just.
Pepe, you were laughing at me when CEO were on me on the video. Now in another situation. I'm very excited about that news.
That's actually
CEO, we're not married yet, but we just, congratulations.
That's it. This will put
You explain today, you get tired.
But we want to say congrats to Sister Ruth. Listen, she's a sweetheart. We send her all of our best, and we say congratulations to her. Nelson, thank you very much, man, for all you do. What she went through school. We want to say thank you very much, and we pray that God can bless you guys. You can do it right. Thank you very much. So, guys, welcome to Spoon Talk. We're still waiting for Edwin Melvin Snowe and the rest of the guys to come on. You should be speaking. But whenever they are ready, it's 5 p.m., 2 minutes to 5 p.m. That would be 2 minutes to 9 p.m. in Liberia. We want to say welcome, share the show, let's have fun. This is where we come to really have fun and discuss national issue. We got a lot to talk about today. Let me just bring it quickly off the back. Let me talk about the Putu Mountain first. Whatever snow meter, we will take it from there. I like to say, yes, indeed, the Putu Mountain will be the big one. We're going to talk about the yellow machine. I'm hearing that the yellow machine in Abidjan, Dr. Richardson. What our yellow machine go do in Abidjan, Ivory Coast?
The port.
No. We always tell your own though.
Is it transit, Stanton?
Way back. Hey, Russell. Our yellow machine is
rushing. Wait small now. Take time. Take time.
You know, our president government on the Putu Mountain. But let me tell you about the yellow machine. Our yellow machine came from the Strait of Hormuz and went straight to Ivory Coast.
Oh, okay. So it came from Middle East.
It's in Ivory Coast. So the offloading the yellow machine now, they would use by road and bring it to Liberia.
Hey.
What's going on with our country? No, do you know that the yellow machine in Ivory Coast? They're waiting for pickup. We gotta go pick it up. The contract saying that where it's supposed to start. But we'll talk about the yellow machine. I'm not going to seriously. I want to talk about everything. The people will get better, will get happy, that's fine. Yellow machine in Ivory Coast. Let me just remind you guys, right? That's the first one. Yeke. Guys, I don't know if this is Fonati 2.0. I really don't know, Dr. Richardson. Seditions are signing on documents. Dixon Sibo, Abu Kamara, Jerry Yogo, Jacob Debbie, they all that were involved into the awesome case that they alleged that they burned down the Capitol building. They went into some kind of crocodile agreement that if they can sign on that document and kick Yeke out, they will not be persecuted. As alleged, that's what it's saying. I have the names. I'm seeing text messages. These guys then are saying they're going to take the $15,000 to $30,000 and make Yeke the sacrificial lamb. Yeke must go. We will be talking about Yeke. But it's not about the Unity Party. It's about CDC and the way Unity Party is using intuition to break them apart. Dr. Richardson, this is huge. I was surprised when I saw the name today. If Yeke must go, but a two brutes, and you Brutus, seditions are using Yeke as the sacrificial lamb. We will discuss it. This is huge. I don't know where you put it. We're going to talk about the Putu Mountain. The Putu Mountain have three companies running, three big investors. We have narrowed it down to only two. We have the Planet, we have the AMR, and we have another investor. And I will tell you more about these different investors, to be frank, and we will have that conversation. That's the Putu Mountain. But can you imagine a Liberian group of companies came together, whatever the company is, and they are fighting to secure the Putu Mountain and make it Liberia from the Russian. We will have that conversation. I also want to say, go back again and touch on the old man appointment, the NEC appointment for the old man. And, a lot of story behind. We'll talk about that. We also want to talk about LDC. The issue with LDC, folks, it's a serious issue happening. Well, let's talk about Gafwan and the bank. We missed that story, but we'll bring it back. The bank said Gafwan lied to them. 7 not getting the salary. Gafwan said he put the money there. The bank said show us the deposit slip. That Richardson. The bank said Gafwan lied to them. I reached out to the bank when they put out the statement. The bank said the people have not deposited anything. And Gafwan is running around lying. And we're talking about the border. I got new development from the border today. I can announce to the nation, I can say this, diplomacy work. And I know some people will get angry with me, but I can announce that diplomacy work. The bottom of the situation, diplomacy work. And I will say this thing on the show tape. Something good happened from the border. And I will share with Alabama. You can get mad with me, you can disagree, that's fine. I want to say to all of you, the Dixon Sibo is calling me. I will take a call once we do our intro. Representative Dixon Sibo, I will take your call once we do our intro. I beg you be patient. I will take your call, sir, once we do our intro. So let's go to it. Let me welcome all of you. It's time for us to start. It's time for us to start. Let's get into it. It's always good to have you all on. Let's make progress. Dr. Richardson, it's good to see you. The man said you will not stop calling me. Representative Dixon Sibo, I beg you, I will call you back. Let's do our intro. We really want to hear from you. We will call you back. We will call you back. Let's do our intro. I will call you back. Please, Chief, I beg you.
Yeah.
All right. Dr. Richardson, I'll go there. They put in some paper. The same paper. I'm not going to hide it. The same paper to remove Yeke. Can you imagine Dixon Sibo? I would love to talk to Dixon Sibo. He needs to explain. Thomas Father, the information that Thomas Father called him this morning, I can call the names to you. I can call the name. I hear when people be to play games. Look at these names. And I'll put a picture up. This morning group, Dixon Sibo, Lutus Collins, Sumo Moba, Alpha Jones, Priscilla Cooper, Clarence Bank, DJ Blue, Alex Poor, Judy Willett, Jesse Collins. All these people then gathered around, added to the first set of people Prince told them to remove Yeke. Removing Yeke will solve the problem at the border. But we're talking about it. Dr. Richardson, I don't want to take all the whole time. We yet had 1 hour, 30 minutes to leave, because today is Bible study. Let's hear you, Dr. Richardson.
Yeah, it's going to be a good show. I'm happy to be here today to contribute to the myriad of topics that you already have. I'm concerned about the Putu Mountain. I'm interested in hearing more from you, but I do know is they had an MDA with the Russian company. I would like to know if that MDA has been terminated before we can get into another agreement. So it sounds like you have more for us to learn about. I also want to learn about what's going on at the border. That's very close and dear to my heart. But and I want to welcome all Liberians who are watching and listening to us right now. We thank you for coming. So that's what I have to add right now. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I beg you, Russell, don't go too far. She already introduced herself. Please, we're begging you. Isaac, let's hear you.
Yeah.
Isaac, let's hear you.
Are we talking about the Putu Mountain or just any intro?
No, just your intro now. I want to give you guys chance, but you spoke already, so let me bring the other guys quickly, right?
No, but we're just lecturing now.
Yeah. Okay, give us your intro, Isaac.
No, my what's on your mind in the intro, if you would ask me very quickly, is the disturbing video that is circulating on social media from the reckless action of the police firing tear gas at a lawmaker who is just standing up talking to people, engaging in nothing. I thought it is a blatant abuse of power.
What happened? Where?
It happened in District 9. I posted a video in the chat.
Today? Oh, wow.
Okay. The people standing up, just talking. The other guy went for the boy, beating him. And other man just pick up the tear gas, boom, fired. What level of recklessness has this police gotten into? You use tear gas if people are in some chaotic protests and stuff. Not when a lawmaker is standing up talking to people and you just do that. I saw that on the social media and I was like, whoa, what kind of government is this? How do you see power and think no one can question you with whatever you do? Watch the video, my people. Everyone will come to the same conclusion that we have a reckless police on a Gregory Cuomo that sees.
Thank you, Isaac. Just an intro. We'll come back to it, Isaac. We'll come back to it. Thank you. Let me bring in my brother Russell. Talk to me. Russell, let's do 30 seconds quickly. We got a lot to cover.
All right, Stanton. Oh my God. So, Stanton, I think you killed my juice, man. So for real. So let me just say I just used my 30 seconds to say hi, my beautiful cousin.
Hi, Russell. How are you?
It's great seeing you. You look so radiant. I love that.
The man won't speak when yes, he had Fred. Since I don't already told you, said, please don't.
I'm telling you, he rationally our thoughts here.
We gotta go with the time. This thing, whenever Russell wants something from Dr. Richardson, or what he does. So, and again, I'd like to say we'll be bringing in Abu Kamara as well. He's called him in. I want us to go as fast as we can. We got to take these lawmakers. We got to tell exactly what's happening. It's good to have you on, my brother Emmanuel George, Jefferson Chelsea, Governor Clinton. As always, it's good to have you on. Quickly, let me hear you quickly, Jeff. Talk to us.
Yes, good evening to the panelists and to Liberians watching and listening on radio. Stanton, let's go ahead. Let's go. So we'll take the lawmaker and listen to them. I would.
Yeah, that's fine. Emmanuel, let's hear you quickly.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Stanton, Dr. Richardson, Axel, Wilfred, Jeff, and the counselor, Esquire Clinton. Good to see every one of you. To our listener out there, good evening. Those of you on Facebook, YouTube, television, radio stations, it's nice to be with you this evening. We look forward to a conversation. Last night, the president announced a name to her the neck. I will be talking a lot towards that today because I believe that all the trust we put in this president to restore integrity, he seems to be running away from it. But we look forward to a spirited conversation.
Thank you very much, Clinton. It's been a while. It's good to have you, my brother, Councilor Clinton. Thank you.
Thank you. It's good to be back, Stanton.
I'm really concerned about what happened in La Crosse today with the police. Isaac, I saw that video. I was in total disbelief, like purely unprovoked, purely unprovoked. Like, I mean, this is, look, if the Ministry of Justice doesn't do anything with the people over there, that would be something else. But, I'm looking forward to talk a little more about that. And, also with this nomination of the president. This is like UP gearing up to just T2029, or so it's troubling. But we'll talk more.
Okay, so the way we have it, I want to say to all of you, it's very important that you join us, share the show. It's good to be in your home. It's good to be wherever you join us from. We're going to brush up Putu Mountain. I'm going to put up the list of what we receive. I'm going to talk about the lawmakers and those that are signing against Yeka Koluba. Yeka Koluba should be on the show today. I believe he's getting ready. It's always good that we start from that end. Let's talk about Yeka Koluba quickly because Dixon Sibo is calling, Abu Kamara is calling, and folks are saying this is Fanatic Kofa 2.0. The issue that CDC lawmakers cannot stand together to fight a system they condemn it every day. But you got to understand the plight on which Dixon Sibo and Abu Kamara comes up every day. They go on the court. Jacob Debbie, Cherry Yogbo, all of them. This is some serious issue. So is it true that they will be working with the government to remove and unseat, impeach, suspend, whatever way you term it, Yeka Koluba from District Number 10, Mosararo County? This is a very, very bad precedent. 11 members of CDC joined the ruling party to remove Fanatic Kofa. Today, Fanatic Kofa is former speaker. Are we saying Fanatic 2.0? So what we know so far, we'll get into it. I want to say to you quickly, as we are talking about CDC lawmaker. Let's hear you. Let's do a quick round. I'm going to call them. And then as we come to you because you're sedition. And I think, yes, indeed, it's good to start with you. Discussion circulating as that people from your camp, sedition, especially not in common sedition, folks that are on trial for burning down the Capitol building, they are turning their back on Yeka Koluba and supported them through the process. If these information are correct, talk to me.
Well, thank you. Thank you for putting that. So the name you've mentioned, Dixon Sibo, Abu Kamara, etc., have been some of the most reliable members of the opposition in the House, who've commanded a great deal of respect. So are we expect that such information might be a propaganda coming from the Unity Party? I wouldn't see any pathway through which Dixon Sibo that I know, a man with conviction, Abu Kamara that I know, a man with principle, we want to side with the government to remove Yeka Koluba. Now, just like you put in, these are allegations, and I take it to be just allegation like the regular thing Unity Party does. But here is the issue. Here is the issue. With the allegation also comes that the government is trying to use the Asson case as a way to pressure people. Allegation that the president will let them go if they were to sign on to removing of Yeka Koluba. It should trouble anyone. It should trouble anybody. That case is one of the most devastating cases we have seen in recent time. The fact that the government can even think about using what should be a landmark case as a means to remove someone they think is against them, it should concern all of us. All of us. The government said they had all of the evidence to persecute those responsible for it. Anyone who has thought that the government will be presenting their evidence in court, but trying to use the burning of the Capitol just to remove Yeka Koluba should be a disgrace and something that all of us must go against as a Liberian.
Thank you. I'll level you that. We gave you the first slot on this because it's important to come to you on this. And again, we'll come back to you. This is a very, very big news. If this information true, I have spoken to lawmakers, they have confirmed, right? Some people saying they were talked to. So I will be bringing Dixon Siwa and Abu Kamara on to tell the Liberian people whether these things are true. That Richardson led CAU is troubling as an opposition group. They are fighting each other as alleged. Yeke should be suspended. Yeke should be removed. Whatever the case situation is for Nati 2.0. Talk to me.
Yeah, I want to start by saying that, I'm not always in agreement with what Yeke says or how he does things, but his recent comments, I believe that was played yesterday, he mentioned perhaps the Guineans feel was the key word that I focus on here, that they came to take their land, to something to the effect, okay? But what you are saying, Stanton, it makes me very worried. I mean, I'm kind of like disgusted a little bit that some sort of propaganda is being used, okay? People are using certain legislators in order to be free in exchange for kicking Yeke out. You are telling us here today that people are saying that we're going to free you off the case, okay? The burning of the Capitol building case. People are saying that they're going to free these legislators in order to get rid of Yeke. If they agree to get rid of Yeke, then they'll be freed of the case. It's what I'm hearing you say. And that type of propaganda worries me, okay? If we're going to get rid of Yeke, we should get rid of him on substance, on what he did or did not do. We should use the House rule. We shouldn't be using this kind of dangerous propaganda or this kind of dangerous business to get rid of anybody who's a part of government or who's a part of leadership in our country. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Richardson. Russell, let's hear you. After this quick round, we'll call Dixon, see what. Russell, let's hear you. This is very troubling.
Thank you.
Especially in the district they are from. People are complaining already.
Can you hear me?
Can we mute somebody talking about you giving money until Tuesday? Can we mute? People are sharing money at your house, Russell. They're giving money.
Nobody's sharing money at my house.
And the message, we're not getting money until Tuesday.
Who, man?
Whoever's talking. All right, go ahead.
No, so like I said, during yesterday's show, I mean, this is a travesty. And if they would like to sanction or censor Yeke, I think that there should be some other reason to do that. But true that, I mean, he approached to disseminating information and engaging his constituents are a little different. But I don't think that what he said is enough or is risen to the level where he needs to be kicked out of the House of Representatives. I think it's a joke. I think these guys are joking, and I'm really disappointed. But I guess there's not a lot to be disappointed of here because they are not doing the work of the Liberian people, and I think they need to get back to doing the work of the Liberian people and leave Representative Yeke Koluba alone. There are a lot of critical issues we have in the country that we need to address, and that issues that need attention. And I don't think is getting rid of Yeke Koluba, Representative Yeke Koluba is one of them. So I think they need to refocus their energy and their attention.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let me bring in Jefferson. Jeff.
Thank you, Stanton. And so, Stanton, like you said, it's an allegation, and I want to take it as an allegation. I don't believe that those representatives you name, will have signed such resolution to remove Yeke from the House, because Yeke remains a very important person in the opposition community, and as such, the entire opposition holds together. And I don't think And I don't want to believe that this representative actually signed that document. Even if the government wants to use the case, you know, to gaslight them into signing the resolution to remove their colleague from office. But again, I can clearly say that the House of Representatives has become an imbecile, one of the empty branch of government led by Richard Cohen, because under his leadership, the prestige, the morale of the representative has diminished so low to the extent that no one respects the House of Representatives, which is the first branch of government. So it's not surprising that they want to want to direct their focus to something that is not substantial, that is not contributing to the development of our country. We have a lot of other very important issues for the House of Representatives to address. For example, the rising costs in the price of fuel and gasoline on the market, the increase in basic commodities on the market.
Thank you. We'll get to it.
Should be looking at.
Thank you, Jet. Thank you. You are quite correct. We got a lot of very important issues to discuss, and people are dancing kakalika with the removal of Jefferson. Okay. Emmanuel George, let's hear you.
Stanton, the issue of Yeke have been discussed severally on the show, and my point will be consistent. Freedom of speech seems to be under attack. It appears that those who we have placed in leadership does not have the maturity to deal with words that does not satisfy or appease their ears. Therefore, they believe that every critical voice should be stooped on or broken down. So I believe that there's a lot of important things to do in our country, and our lawmakers seems not to reach the point of understanding that. Now, I know Representative Dixon Sibo very well, extremely well, and I will wait for him to make his comment on this issue. I will not comment on Representative Sibo. So that where my point is, I believe that this is wrong, and we should respect diverse voices in our country. That's the reason why the Liberian people voted a president who they believe have 40-something years of experience in government. And part of being in government for over 40-something years is being able to receive criticism. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Eman. It's good to have you. Councilor Clinton?
Look, Stanton, you know, you have some of the lawmakers who've been accused. They are going to be here already to address this. So I'm not going to speak for them until we hear what they have to say. But I'm concerned about, you know, the allegations that the government is trying to use the capital situation to kind of blackmail these lawmakers into any remover. This is troubling. And I think Isaac put it very, very well, that if this government, you know, said that this issue was so important that they had all the evidence to adduce in court to set an example, how then are we hearing this information about the government trying to use or blackmail these lawmakers into removing Yeket? And look, like Josh said, the idea that a lawmaker should be removed or will be removed for expressing a view is just repugnant. It's an affront to free speech. Look, the power of the legislature to expel members is an extraordinary powers, because people go and elect who they want to represent them, and that the removal, the idea to remove someone that's being elected should be, it's like a nuclear option. It's like a lock option for someone who's done very bad things. I don't think Yeket is in that book with what he said. Like everybody already said, there's a lot of work to be done. Our lawmakers should focus on that. But again, you know, this is the legislature. This is how it's been since post-war. And this is the problem Liberians have continued to deal with.
Thank you, Governor Clinton. Let me bring in Jacob. Jacob, it's good to have you on tonight.
Thank you, Stanton. So I will shoot straight here. Listen, I mean, these people, Kuhn and the United Party operative, these people are about to drop a massive bomb on Liberia's democracy. Look, Stanton, we decided as a country. Now, we need to be very, very careful here. We had years and decades of bloodbath, years of undemocratic practices in our country, and we agree as a country in Accra after the great slaughter in this country that we wanted democracy, we wanted to respect the democratic rights of our people, we wanted one man, one vote, one woman, one vote, and took the line of democracy. That happened after the Accra Peace Accord 2005, the election of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Therefore, I don't believe it is a good thing to have members of the legislature trying to step all over the decision of the Liberian people, of a group of people in a constituency, voting for a lawmaker to go to the legislature, the power, the voting power of the constituency of people. And then you see a lawmaker goes to the legislature and people come together and say they want to expel such an individual only because they have disagreement with his political opinion. You know, what are our people doing? Why are they doing everything possible to disrespect the right of the Liberian people to decide on their representatives who will go to the legislature and provide representation for them? So I don't take the vote of the people lightly. They went to the polls, they voted for Yeke. Whether you agree with Yeke's style or public discourse or not, irrelevant. We have to be able to respect the democratic right of the people to make a decision as to who represents them at the national legislature. If they make such a huge decision, we can't go now and start playing kakaleka at the legislature and trying to disrespect the democratic will of the people. We are trying to step all over the Constitution by doing that. And I think the international community, and I think some people need to come to Liberia and start speaking sense to people. I think people are going crazy. Let's be honest. And I think the international community need to come in and start, because Liberia.
Thank you. Now, who you there? And I think I heard that some of them were in Liberia already. We're talking about what we heard and what is coming. But thank you.
I think it's important. This is an emergency situation. I think we need to be very serious about that. I don't think there's something we need to take lightly.
No, I certainly, that was those lawmakers are watching the show. They need to speak, because this is an embarrassment. You can say, listen, on party line, Unity Party will do the thing, but to see sedition, trying to do what it did to Fonati, District number 15, Musarado County, Abu Kamara, District number 16, Dixon Sibo. Are you kidding me? Let's talk about Jacob Debbie, Jerry Yogba, District number 12, Musarado County. I mean, we're talking about Alex Noah. Before we go to Sandana Patrick, right? And they will come and say, this is Dixon Sibo from Yucatan, part of Douala. And let's talk about it. The people want an answer. Are you signing on that document to remove Yeke? Why are you signing? The people are questioning. Let's talk about Sumo. Sumo, the one that put in a petition after he received the document from Gregory Coleman that Yeke should be expelled, removed, impeached, whatever the case may be. Don't tell me that the guys, they have their own rules. We understand that. But look at Sumo. Do you think he's a serious guy either? Let's talk about Abu Kamara. Imagine Abu Kamara, yeah. Abu Kamara that the opposition stood up with, man. This man went to jail. His pressure went up. His shika was dropping like manna falling from heaven. Can you imagine if it is true that you want to remove Yeke that was by his side? The people of District 15, Looking Time, part of Cornwall, they're being a trimmer tonight. What have gotten into him? Let's talk about Jacob Debbie. I don't know about Jacob Debbie. You know him. But can you imagine? Because this guy's name's on paper to say we'll prosecute you, they want to sign document. We got to have this conversation, folks. They must come and tell us, no, like Alex Noah did. I didn't sign the paper. But what we receive, we know that it's signed paper. That's what it's saying. Look at all the representatives. You even had to call his name, but you can figure him out. right? Our own brother, District 17, Muscarado County, DJ Blue. Can you imagine? DJ Blue? But what actually DJ Blue want? What actually DJ Blue, what is he asking for? Guys, this is not a joke. I don't just bring conversation up because I want to. When we hear these things, they come out to be true. We got DJ Blue, my own friend. DJ 1212, test the mic. Let's talk about Priscilla Cooper. You know they're giving her extra try, right? She's not with Fonatine Group to go on the persecution. We have never heard anything about her trial date. And just imagine, right in Muscarado County. So this is not a joke, and you know who this. I don't need to tell you who this is. You know the man himself, Luther Collins. You know Luther Collins. Albert Jones. So guys, let's face something here. Let me hear you, Vandana Patrick. Why CDC always do this to themselves? Talk to me. Welcome to the show, VP. VP, we're not hearing you, my man. What's happening? Why are you acting sorry for tonight? We're not hearing you.
Man, unmute yourself.
I want to let's hear you. And VP ready, he would talk. Go out and come back.
So,
go out and come back.
It's a very interesting. It's a very interesting, information. There are two things. Obviously, these are very staunch, supporters and legislature of the CDC. I do agree with Asido's statement that it's a very rare kind of case, and I also want to be able to consolidate a statement of Governor Clinton, Councilor Clinton, which primarily said, "I'm very happy that you said it will be here to clarify." But what is most important is that during this time, I don't see the legitimacy in calling lawmaker to spend millions of dollars on special sitting for Yeke Koluba. It just doesn't warrant that case. But what is most important here, Stanton, is that if the government is able to, negotiate important case that will spend over $30 million from our budget for the reconstruction of the capital on Yeke Koluba, then there is some fundamental moral issue here, Stanton. And I think this is the case that we have to. There is a not just moral issue, but there is some lack of patriotism. Because if you are spending $30 million from the budget that could have gone to a lot of things for young people in this country, and you are able to completely neglect that to get the justice that we want, the clarity on the case, to negotiate on Yeke Koluba, then I think we're not heading nowhere. And I hope this is not true, because I will be very disappointed if this is true, that the government or whoever is ready to negotiate on the basis of Yeke Koluba. I think there is no basis for it. But as a citizen, I'm very concerned. Also, I'm very honest as possible to not put my neck on the chopping board for this. I am a proud citizen, but we're seeing a lot of betrayals in the legislature. That have to be very careful and honest. Nobody anticipated the betrayal from Tomo Farah. And I'm saying this as fair, but nobody anticipated the betrayal for Sir Joseph. And I always say this as possible. And as much as we hold our lawmaker in high esteem, we must call them out. We must be honest that CDC as a political party, we need our legislature. And kudos to the ones who are standing in front defense of the party philosophy. But they need to be able to put on some level of honesty in how they represent and how they defend the political party that gave them everything. So I wouldn't put my neck on chopping board. I'm very open to seeing what the investigation is, but equally so, I'm very much, disappointed that the government is negotiating or planning on negotiating a lawmaker or a case that they took many months on. So that's my position on this.
Thank you very much. Let's see if we can connect with Vandana Patrick, and we got to call those lawmakers. They really want to speak. VP, can you hear us?
Yes. Am I okay now?
Yes, you are. Talk to us, VP.
So, what is happening at the Capitol building in reference to the planned expulsion of Representative Yeke Koluba of District Number 10 is not strange, but I'm not too convinced that this will take place. and because of several variables. One, most of them, they would not want to be in the situation of Yeke. If you expel Yeke today, it means they have set up a precedent. But here is my fear also, because there's nothing like impossibility when it comes to the workings of the national legislature. These people are on record. When we all sat on this platform, we said what they were doing was illegal. They did not listen. And they proceeded to illegally remove former Speaker Fonati Kofa. We all sat there, we took opinion poll. We said this is wrong. And they kept on arguing on one thing, that the legislature is a political theater. So if we are debating on the issue of legality, we are out. I see people quoting article and talking it will not work, it's illegal. You want to rationalize that rationalization, it will not work here because we rationalize in the case of former speaker Fonati Kofa. They did not listen. But I just want to encourage Yeke to be careful. Yeke was suspended under the CDC area for 30 session days, equivalent to 4 months. Who presented that petition? Now Deputy Speaker Thomas Fala, on allegations that he constantly insulted former President George Weah. And they took a decision for 4 months. Yeke was suspended. So
thank you.
He has to be careful. For me, I don't trust these people. They can take decisions at any time.
Thank you very much. If the lawmaker want to call in, Vendetta Patrick, thank you to all of you. Listen, if you watching Spoon or any of those lawmakers that want to call, the line is open, 609-649-4206. You will have the chance, just the lawmakers. Again, this is big. If you choose not to call, that's okay. Woke up this morning with a lot of text messages, a lot of information that Rich is saying. The names that we make mention of, Jerry Yogo, you're talking about Abu Kamar, you're talking about Dixon Sivo, Priscilla Cooper, DJ Blue, Luther Collins, and the rest of them. Can you imagine that these people, and I read the text messages, Thomas Fala, the deputy speaker, he confirmed money was exchanged hand. I had a full conversation as I do on the show. You know, I beat on them this afternoon, and I said, this is a disgrace. Here's a disgrace. I told them, I'm not an opposition, but I like fair play, Jacob. I like fair play. I think it's only fair to go to the ballot box and remove these individuals. But why actually the Yeke say? Aren't the folks at the border that's secret? Are we trying to talk about diplomacy to get them out? And I guess a good news for the border today. And I can say it right now. The Guineans are withdrawing their heavy equipment. Our guys will be reporting from the border tomorrow morning. I got a lot of information from the border. But you're going after Yeke because he said something? You want us to believe that you will remove Yeke because of that, and sedition are rallying around to tell the Liberian people that we'll remove Yeke? This is some crazy thing. And I don't know who will tell us, finally, that it didn't happen. 11 seditions from that party, you can remember, signed on resolution to remove Fonati Kofa. 11 of them. Do you want to tell that the other people then that joke? Let's quickly get to you. I will put a picture up again, and we will hear them and make sure that they are free to call in. So this is Dixon Sibo. All right, and I was very clear with Dixon Sibo when I was speaking to our sources, and I asked the question, and it said yes, district number 16, Dixon Sibo, Newtown, Guadalabed. And you know, they put the list up. Dixon Sibo is on it. And when Dixon Sibo heard the news today, he was angry. He called Yeke. But these are fundamental questions. One, I'm going to get Jacob Debbie. Let me get Jacob Debbie first. I think this is Jacob Debbie the second. Sorry, I didn't save the number, but welcome to the show. Is this Representative Debbie? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah. Yeah, is this Representative Debbie? I didn't save your number, I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is Representative Jacob DB.
Jacob DB, thank you very much.
I am the chairman on the Rule of Law Caucus.
Good. So talk to us. Your name is mentioned. You are part of the text message I was shared today. I'm announcing that you're one of those that will be signed to remove Yeke Koruba. Can you speak to these allegations?
The first thing is that the police who are opting for Yeke's removal, they don't understand the law. Yeke has his freedom to speak, and if you listen to Yeke's video, he was opinionating that this is what I feel. He said, if Guinea feels this way, and you cannot prosecute people or you cannot remove somebody for his opinion. So our police are overstepping, and we have told them our position is very clear. Yeke is not going to be removed. We have a lot of things to look at. We want the last time the speaker his handful of people went to the border. They took almost $200,000 United States dollars from our coffers, went to the place, and he, without being authorized, plainly went to that border and said we were mandating the LPRS, the LRRC and the disaster management team to go immediately in 42 hours to start issuing relief items. He does not have that kind of power. He is drunk with power, and we keep telling him he should stop doing things and he should stop using power that he doesn't have. So we are standing up to that, and we have told him repeatedly that he's entitled to his opinion and he's immune to that. He has said nothing to incriminate, or he has said nothing to damage our reputation. This country is a country of laws. We are proceeding. We have been asking the leadership things from the national security on the unfoldings at the border. That's our stand, and we want to understand what's happening at the border. That has been our continue to do that. Fortunately, we'll be going back to our section hopefully next week, and we'll find out what's the status of what's happening at the border. We have a lot of things to think about. So many things. The yellow machines are in. We don't know how the yellow machines will be funded. We don't know how they will be maintained. So those are things we need to look at. You can't put our money into something that we don't know the sustainability. So we have to be clear and intentional about what we do instead of looking at who going to.
Well, Representative Debbie, and thank you very much. I think if you say you are the chair, you are speaking on behalf of the rest of. Can you call the names? What about Dixon, Sibo? If they can call, that's fine. I want to give you a chance, but briefly, quickly. Did I hear you saying that? Speaker Kuhn took 200,000 just to go visit the border?
Yes, he did. He did that, and it was not plenary decision. He took that money, and then I think you saw them somewhere on the road singing the "More We Are Together."
Wow.
Besides that, you went to the border, a serious national issue. Our land is being invaded by a neighboring country, and you took money, you went to the place instead of going to confront the issue, speaking with the people. You start using power that doesn't belong to you, telling that if for the 8 hours you want. If I said me and my colleagues, is that how a speaker behaves in a serious government?
But 200,000 for what? That transportation that will buy gas up to go there? 200,000 for what? Okay, the representative is reconnecting. Dr. Rich is saying, the representative is saying that I wanted to ask him whether he signed on that document because they were called by Thomas Falai. I want to bring us back whether Thomas Falai spoke to them. Our folks are sending me the information that Thomas Falai asked them to join the Unity Party group to remove Yeket. I needed him to confirm that Dixon, Sibo, Abu Kamara, Jerry Yoba. But he going to call back quickly, Dr. Richardson, 200,000 transportation to go to the border. I don't want us to read this thing, but this is some breaking news here. 200,000 transportation to go to the speaker. He's calling back. He's calling back. Representative Debbie, I'm sorry that you went off. It's good to have you coming back.
Yeah. So as I was saying, I said we need to, all of us,
that are working within this government have to ensure that the government succeeds. And for the government to succeed, we have to do the right things. We're elected to protect this country. We're elected to serve our people. And we can't do it by scheming. We have to do it with intentions, knowing that there will be a tomorrow that all of us will not be in positions.
So quickly, let me ask you, you guys were called by who, the speaker or the deputy speaker, concerning Yeke?
I was not called. I was not called, as I said. I was not called, so I don't know how my name got on our list. And I know the rest of us that names were mentioned were not called. They were not.
But here's the issue. In one of your meetings yesterday to the day, the minority black, I want to say the minority black just to separate you guys from the rest of the team. You guys had a meeting today. And some of your guys in the meeting, confirmed that yes, indeed, they were approached. Were you approached? If you say you wasn't approached, you had a meeting. Why did you have a meeting today to discuss this issue? Is to advise your guys not to sign on the resolution?
So what we do is that we have a weekly meetings and briefings on how to proceed as members in the minority. So it came out that some other persons were part of it. So we try to inform and caution. We try to caution one another to not be part of it because it's not a good precedent. And should we do that?
To not be part of what, Representative Debbie? To not be part of what?
To not be part of the removal of Yeke. We should not be part of the removal of Yeke.
So there's a resolution circulating, am I correct? Hello?
Hello. So I think they are playing smart. They are trying to call some guys, like trying to break us apart. And so as the leader of the group, I need to always call them to convince them and try to speak to the consciences.
So again, I want to confirm this. On my list, I have Dixon, Sivo, Priscilla, Cooper, and the rest of them. And I'm asking, go ahead.
Yeah. I said, I've just been informed that Fogo was spoken.
That Fogo was what?
If he signed, a project will be released onto him. That Fogo was approached. I just heard.
Okay.
That Fogo was approached. That should he sign a project, a 2 years project, when it will be released to him. I don't know how true it is, but I'm just telling you that as a leader of the group, I keep telling conscience that this country depends on us.
Let me hold you right there quickly because we got a lot. But Dr. Richardson, guys, you will listen to your position again. You say you're the chair for the minority black.
Yes, I'm the chair.
Okay, so once you speak, I don't think we need to go to Dixon, Sibo, and Abu Kamar, DJ Blue. He's texting me. But let me quickly though.
I think you don't want to hear from them though to confirm
okay,
that.
Sure, we'll hear from them.
I think it's important to hear from that statement. It's important.
Okay. All right. So, do you guys want us to hear from them, or you have questions?
We should hear from them.
Yeah, for them.
Okay. All right, Representative Debbie, thank you very much, my friend, and I look to talk to you soon. Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
Yeah. All right. A lot of things happening. They're going to call. I believe I seen DJ Blue texting. Maybe he will call to tell us whether his name on the list or not. Now I'm saying that Abu Kamara will wait for them. When they call, we'll bring them in. Let me ask you, Dr. Richard, a lot of bad stuff happening. 200,000 United States dollars to transfer those guys to the border. I see why they were dancing the moment we get together.
200,000.
Yeah, I heard Representative. I heard Representative TV talking.
I beg you, I will have to interrupt y'all because the lawmakers are calling. I have Abu Kamar, District 15, Mosserado County. Representative Abu Kamar, welcome to the show. We just heard from Representative Jacob Debbie. Let's hear you. He's connecting. He's connecting, the same connecting. Dr. Richardson, go ahead. Once you get on, we'll hear from him.
Representative TV said that, a part of their responsibility is to protect the country, which we all agree. But you cannot protect the country when you're trying to blackmail some of your colleagues here or the government. I'm saying the government is trying to protect some colleagues in exchange for them being free to get back.
No, I'm not talking to you, Dr. Richardson. Sorry, I'm talking to Isaac. Go ahead.
Yeah, you
Finish
can.
up.
I'm hearing echo back. Yes, and then you're trying to protect the country, but meanwhile, the Speaker of the House, Cohn, is able to use apparently unauthorized $200,000 to go to Lofa. I mean, it's just it doesn't make sense. All in all, where is loyalty to the country, to the Constitution, to the rule of law? Where is loyalty to that? A government or anybody can just come to you and say, "Oh, I'm going to give you money to finish your project, or I'm going to bribe you to stay in power, so you can be used." It doesn't add up to me at all. It's not adding up. These guys, they don't respect the rule of law. If we as a country, if we don't pay attention,
Dr. Richardson, I beg you, while we have them, the internet is crazy. Let's bring in Representative Abu Kamar from District 15, Muscarado County. Representative, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Stanton. Thank you. How are you doing?
I'm good, man. Beat on you, beat on me. What's going on? Your name is on the list that you willing to sign to kick Yeket out. True or false? Can you bring us up to speed, sir?
You said waiting or a sign?
Yeah, I mean, either or. Your name is on the list.
Stanton, I'm a serious man in this country. I don't mix myself in those petty things. I don't mix myself in those kind of things. I belong to an institution, and I'm a quote-me verbatim fanatic of George Weah. Before we take those decisions, party will tell us what to do. What to do. I'm a party person, and I'm a senior, quote-me, member of CDC, vice chair for inter-party affairs. I don't just make a decision. Trust me, I don't just get there on tautology. I'm not the kind of person who just open.
Well, so Abu, we know you. Let's get to the point, though. Abu, let's get to the point.
Ever sign paper against Yeket?
Okay.
I haven't, and I will not. Quote me verbatim. That's not my decision. That's not me. I will not. There's nobody there.
This deal about the court proceeding, and this deal about the court proceeding, and to swap your prosecution if you can kick Yeket out. I want you to talk to the nation. They are listening to you tonight. Talk to your district. And were there anything discussed?
For me, I think that rubbish. My district know me better. My district know me better. I would never compromise my interest, the state interest, or whatever. For whatever reason, you can go to bed and sleep on that. I can't. When they were parading all over here, I did not sign. Then what the sacredness of that house, I will go against it to sign against my colleague? For what reason? I don't know that. So you got to convince me. Not everybody are serious in our place. We got serious manners people down there. I'm very serious manner. Not because I'm not involved with the day-to-day activity, what we call recitation. I will be ready to vote speaker when you do this or whatever. No, I'm very serious manner. I'm not going to sign for anything that I'm not convinced. And with my party have a conversation on.
Thank you. But thank you for calling me. And you say Yeket is coming on. I want to give DJ Blue and the rest a chance. Again, like we said, when this information came up, and you guys had a meeting this morning, Abu. Y'all had a meeting this morning, and you're discussing since this news came out. And
that's a lot for help. That's a lot for help for me. I haven't been in no meeting.
Jacob Debbie just confirmed. That y'all were in meeting.
On the line.
Oh, you wasn't on that meeting.
No, I was not there. Maybe you don't know all my status and no small my activity, but not all.
No, I don't know you at all. I don't know your activities, my man. I don't know you back.
Maybe probably people told you before.
No, my man. I don't know your activities bad. We just don't keep focus on anything bad.
I'm not involved with all type of things.
Okay, but thank you for saying that you wasn't part of the meeting this morning. Thank you very much, Abu Kamara. It's good that you cleared the air. We appreciate Abu. I said, why the guys then calling though? There's something running through here, and we're receiving information that It's very good that these guys don't clear their names, I say. It's
Yeah,
very
yeah,
good that
yeah,
they speak
yeah.
to this. Because if you look at in the chat room, you look at what is circulating, and you myself spoke today. When I received the information, you called off from work. You say you will not go to work because you want to hear from your CDC representative, and they are speaking because these information were credible. But let's hear you, Isaac. Let's hear you. Look at the messages that came and who sent those messages. And they're talking about the meeting today. And you received the same information about the meeting today. But it's huge, Isaac.
Right. So again, like Wanto put it, and everyone else, we have to stand up for something. In as much as we have seen over time things that happen, there are certain people we can go to bed drinking cold water on. Some of those people will include Kamara, who just spoke. These are men of integrity. Or Dixon Sibo are people who never bend just because of any pressure. And exactly as Wanto said, it will be the most shocking unknowns happening. I will ever see if that were to be true. I know from where I am, I know from what I don't know, that indeed that information will be a Unity Party propaganda. And of course, like you said, we spoke, and one of the things that actually came up that is truth is that the Unity Party is contemplating and has been engaging people to use the fire incident, the arson case, to be a means to blackmail people. That I would want to believe should be something.
But I say, let me hold you there because you're being very unfair.
Right.
Unity Party, guys, you got to follow this thing, Emmanuel. I say, you know how you got the information. It wasn't from Unity Party. Seditions were concerned, I say. You cannot say Unity Party put it out there.
So
CDC concerned that we have Dixon Sibo on, let him finish, and we'll let him finish. It wasn't Unity Party, and thank God that Dixon Sibo is on. The name Dixon Sibo was mentioned not from Unity Partisan. The meeting that was had. All right? We got to get to the bottom. Dixon, but welcome to the show. Dixon Sibo, District 16, Mosserado County. It's good to have you on.
Hello, Stanton, how are you?
I'm good, Dixon. Talk to us. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, so I've been hearing a lot of calls. I'm getting a lot of calls and hearing a lot of things concerning. Yes, I'm on the show. Are you getting me?
You need to turn off your radio and talk into the phone, please.
Yes, I'm talking to the phone. How are you?
I'm good, sir. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, so I've been getting a couple of calls. I've been out to another meeting, and my wife just called me and said that you were asserting that you have a list that you verify that are signed to remove Yeke from there.
Correct. That's true.
So the first thing is, I think it's laughable that somebody will assert that someone like me will be involved in anything that I got to do with something that is not by the law. I have stood by the Lord, and I want to be emphatic that I challenge anyone, including yourself, to bring any list that my name is on.
But you asked, Senator Yeke, you asked Yeke for the list today. You call him, you asked him, you asked Kev Hassan for the list today. Why they couldn't share it with you?
I have a listing of people, a list with people.
You asked Yeke for the list and you asked Kev Hassan for the list. Did they send it to you?
Yeke produced to us.
Did you ask him? Did you ask him for the list?
Hello.
Dixon, again, I just want to be frank. Did you ask Kev Hassan and Yeke for the list?
No. So when I was called by your Kev Hassan.
Oh, my Kev Hassan. Okay.
Yes, you guys have got a list that we signed on. And I asked for the list. I received no list. And besides that, my colleagues tell me that it's a listing of people and not signatures. So there are people who can just write people name on list that got nothing to do with them.
Oh.
It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. So I'm not seeing a list in the first place. And again, I challenge anyone, including yourself, who said that your information is authentic, to produce any list with my signature on it to sign it to get Yeke out of the house.
Okay, it's good that you denying it, Representative. It's good that you denying it, and
it's not about denial. It's about the fact that it is not true. It is not just not true. We need to be serious in this country. We have got to be serious. If there are issues, let's respond to them responsibly as statesmen, and not to be playing fun. So I was like kind of, downhearted and I don't know which word to use, but it doesn't just make sense.
But thank you very much. It's good that you're clearing this thing up, because again, when you ask Yeke for the list or you ask Kev Hassan, I expected them to share it with you. Because when you were asking them, when you were asking Kev, when he was speaking to you, I was on the phone, right? So I expected them to share with you. But again, you said people just put people's name down. Maybe that's the people put your name down, something you don't know.
Let me just give you one procedure in the house. When people are making resolutions, they put every member name on the resolution. Every member.
The list that I saw, Dixie, and you must say can go back and forth. Not all the members' name on it. The list I saw, not all the members' name on it.
Stanton, you come from the good job of me. You don't know me very well. I challenge anyone. The person, let me give you a basis. The folks in Unity Party or wherever they are, they know when it comes to some issues, they will never call me, because they know the principles are staying on. In a few weeks ago, people were saying they were taking off the Yotikun, and they asked me, and I told them, I am not into that business once it is not by the law. Anything I got to do with the law, without the law, I'm not going to be involved.
Thank you very much,
It's absurd. It doesn't make sense that I will be involved with signing anything I got to do with taking Yeke out of the Capitol building.
Again, thank you very much for clarifying. We appreciate your calling. Thank you. All right, we got Yeke here. The two things, I got a lot to take away, but let me hear you guys. It's very important. Yeah, I say it's very important. I think people say, let me say this quickly. He says sometimes they put their names out unknown to them. And they right, Russell? And that resolution is circulated around. So maybe that one of the resolutions are circulating. But again, to be frank, he called for the list. Whosoever put his name down on that list, he confirmed he did it. Let's move on. I'll say finish up. We got to bring Yeke and the rest of the team.
Right. So we have to establish a few things here. President Boakai recalled the lawmakers back to remove Yeke because he wants to see Yeke removed. That's one part. Next part is who will be signing up for that. I can say, despite the fact of the information we got, that I can conclude is a propaganda move from the Unity Party, because in their mind, they have certain people they can cajole. I know Abu Kamara, I know Dixon Siwo. These are men of integrity that have been loyal to the cause of the masses. There is no way I would think these guys will fall for blackmail, because we can confirm that the Unity Party wants to use the Asson case as a means to blackmail people. And these men are determined. They have been going through it for the longest we can remember. They will. Because they know they are innocent, there is no reason whatsoever they should bend to a blackmail from a government that sees the removal of people as their achievement. How many more people will Unity Party remove in their government? And we know Yeke Koluba will absolutely go through it, because that's what President Baka wants. But as to who will back it is the issue. I know Dixon City of District number 16 will not. I know Abu Kamara will not. And I know these men will always stand for the cause of the people. The cause of the people is to take care of the prices. The cost of the people is to take care of the electricity. The cost of the people is to take care of the border crisis. And it is not to remove Yeke Koluba. Thank you
very much, Asa. Let me bring Yeke. Yeke is here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear from Yeke. We'll go to Russell, Emmanuel, George, Jacob Jala, and the rest of the team. Yeke, again, your colleagues, some of them coming up denying the fact that there's some kind of list circulating around, but they didn't put the name on those lists. Welcome, Yeke. You can welcome now. Make the team fast, my man.
Am I okay, Stanton?
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Talk to us.
Even to Dr. Richardson and all the good people on the show tonight. Stanton, the reason why I came on late is it was because we're trying to rescue, we're trying to get our colleague, Honorable Foko, from a situation where Gregory Coleman gave instruction to arrest him and to harm him. So we're able to get Foko out, took him to the hospital, to a clinic, and he's present at the clinic. Everything is okay with him. He's going through some checkup because he fell in a hole. And I want to say to the public, if Gregory Coleman feel he got his strength to fire tear gas the citizen, he went to the border. Why he couldn't go rescue the border? I mean, our place from the people. You know, he's just another joker that will be prosecuted after this. We get Joseph Boakai under the presidency. In 2029, Joseph Boakai will be history when it comes to the presidency. So, Gregory, be on the lookout. You'll be prosecuted. The tear gas you gather to use on our people in the community here, you should use that tear gas to rescue our border, not to use it on the citizen. But what you did was to put young girls in the car to go enjoy yourself, justify the money not being placed in the budget. But we'll talk about that on Saturday. I'll be addressing the press. Stanton, our colleagues are responsible people. They are not going to get involved with that. I believe in my colleagues. Yeah, there's lists going around, but I don't think my colleagues will get involved with taking money to embarrass themselves. Those are all responsible people. Even the Zumo Moloba, that written people will not sign against me. Even the Priscilla Cooper that I believe in will not sign anything against me. We'll wait for that day to come. Step on. The list is going around. Yes, it is true. Foucault told us tonight he will approach that if he signed that list, his project money that he had not received, like he and myself have not received our project money, he will be given his project money, and he will even be given the money for all the years under Mr. Boakai that he had not received project for. So I think you can place a call to him. I think you have his number so he can clarify for himself. But that's what he told us. He was approached by the leadership. He can talk for himself because he a veteran representative. This is the second time he'll be able to speak for himself. So my colleagues are responsible people. I'm going to remain being representative of district number 10. There's a challenge for Yamin Bese, Mr. Yamin Bese, Joseph Boakai, and myself that 2-1. I will defeat them. Let me say this. And I want the public to know that Mr. Boakai have been having meetings from my source with Yamin Bese to do my case the way he did for Nati Kofa case that they don't have anything. But just to prove that Mr. Boakai can do what he want to do. And it's a challenge. I challenge Yamin Bese and Mr. Boakai. Thank you so much.
Let me quickly, before Russell come in, the 200,000. It was just confirmed by Senator Representative Debbie that they took 200,000 United States dollars as transportation fee to go to the border. You got to unmute that.
I also got that information. You remember I told you there is money being placed in the budget up to now. I think they're going $7 million US now for just security and intelligence. So Honorable Debbie is a representative representing Grand Gila County. You know, most often we get information, but maybe the information could be true. Maybe it could be true. Because for lawmaker to leave from here to go over there and they didn't meet the expectation of the people to come back and do the more we are together, it sounds very disgracing and embarrassing.
Thank you, Yeke. Russell. This is an embarrassment, Russell. The lawmakers now, they are confirming lists is circulating around. Some of them saying they didn't put the name on the list. They have not seen the list. Put that in context. 200,000 United States dollars to transport the more we get together to the border, sit down and drink beer and eat and come back. Russell, are we serious?
This is, you know, I want to laugh, but this is not a funny matter because this is about our country. This is about our people. This is about a very sacred institution, the House of Representatives, and seeing these guys joking around with it, playing games like this, I'm glad that we're calling them and talking to each of them or whoever is available to hold them accountable. So now that they're coming up in public, they're all disavowing what they may have done. So we need to call more of them so we can put them in front of the people and ask them, why are they spending our precious tax dollars on this travesty of trying to get Representative Koluba out of the House, and allocating $200,000 to go on this junket to the border, this jolly ride to the border? They need to be held accountable. We need to bring this speaker to book, to find out for him, why he took $200,000 to the border. That money could have been given to the soldiers for them to deploy soldiers to the border, buy some equipment for them, the food and other supplies that they would need to go to the border. Not for them to go be drinking palm wine along the road and jolly and playing these, singing these juvenile recitations and stuff like that. This is a joke. I mean, we're running, this is a country here. We're running a serious country here. This is not children's play. So if these guys, the voters will have to decide, right? Because we can't have this kind of thing happen in Stanton. I mean, it's an embarrassment. It's a joke, And what they did with our $200,000, we need to know. The people need to know. They need to be held accountable, Stanton. They need to.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me just take it away before bringing that to George. Can you imagine? You listen to us on the radio right now. 200,000 for one night. Go to the border and come back. Richard Kuhn took 200,000 United States dollars of your money. Can you understand what's going on? 200,000 of your money. Thomas Farah took it. 200,000. Right now you're sitting, you're going to bed hungry, no food. Your children's school fee reaching to your neck. Right now. Right now, your family member in the hospital in darkness, LDC gone. Right now, guess what happened? No pay, no salary. Your husband not work, your wife not work, no salary. Gafan say, no money. But Richard Kuhn and Thomas Farah can take 200,000 to do this.
My friend is your friend. The more we are together, the happier we will be.
Can you see the embarrassment? Have you observed this embarrassment? Do you know exactly that Liberia have lost its taste? The lawmakers are hustlers. The lawmakers are drunkards. The lawmakers with no vision. Emmanuel, take it away.
Stanton, I would like to thank the Inspector General of Police for writing a letter to the legislature flagging the issue of Representative Yeke Koluba. I will also encourage the Inspector General of Police to please write a letter to each of those representatives for endangerment of public safety and the life of the Liberian people by blocking a highway, dancing on a highway, and making it difficult for passersby to drive on that road. I hope they have their tickets, because this is clear court video they made themselves of them violating the traffic law of the Republic of Liberia. I hope they have their tickets. So, Honorable Inspector General, let's continue on the work you started. Let's make sure that each of those legislators have tickets for violating and endangering the life of the Liberian people. But let me come back. Whosoever is preparing that list may have had a serious political miscalculation. There is no way a list like that could be credible. We're having a sitting representative of District Number 10, Nukutan, the strong headquarters of former President Weah, to be on that list. That is political suicide for any representative in Nukutan to do that. So that's the first thing. That list is not credible. Because there's no way a representative for District Number 16, Nukutan, CDC stronghold in Mosorado County, will go and put a name on a list against his own political party. That's what the problem is. But stand on. I love our representatives. They are so great. Those gentlemen dancing on the road, the more we are together, they were happy because they knew the 200,000, the more they together, they can share that money and make sure the Liberian people suffer. Those people drove past Phoebe. Few weeks ago, Phoebe had no medical supply. They were spraying 200,000, stop in the middle of the road and start dancing. The more we are together, we still steal the Liberian people money. Somebody is broke, or a group of legislators are broke. And after they stole the 200,000 that they took to the border that we heard about tonight, that is breaking news, they appear to have a lot of fun and they are dancing towards it. So that's my point on this issue. I don't think the issue of Honorable Yeke Koruba is the problem yet. The problem is that we have the speaker taking $200,000 of the Liberian people money, drove past Phoebe Hospital that has no medical supply, stay in the middle of the road, breaking traffic law, dancing the more we are together in the same light of them stealing the Liberian money. This nonsense must stop in our country. And I hope the Inspector General of Police, because you started it, we did not start it, you started it. We have seen it live. I hope you will show us evidence that each of those legislators was given a traffic ticket for violating the traffic law of the Republic of Liberia. Thank you, sir.
There are some of the most lawless people out there, Emmanuel. The lawmakers are very lawless.
Councillor, let's hear you. Councillor Clinton.
Look, I don't know what, how many other countries in the world that, these kind of corruption, these kind of abuse of power can go by without anything happening. Liberia is the best place probably in all of the world to enter politics because, politicians can pretty much do anything and nothing happens. There's no level of accountability. Look, I think Gregory Coleman at this point, look, I mean, I put out Harvard, had a lot of respect for the guy, but at this, I don't know what's going on, So Gregory Coleman, with all the police, the public safety issues you have in the country, is more worried about Yeket and is directing the legislature about Yeket. Is that what I'm hearing, right? So Gregory Coleman doesn't have anything to do. He's more worried about a lawmaker than he's worried about taking care. Look, what happened in Lakpasi today, he has a police force that is on train pretty much doing whatever they wants to do. He's not addressing that. And look, I'm glad to know that these lawmakers, especially the CDC lawmakers, are coming out tonight to say that they're not part of this thing, and it's not going to go anywhere. And look, this government, since its inception, continuing to show that it's willing to go whatever length. It will violate the laws of the country, will violate the Constitution. It will do whatever it is to get its will. They've done that with the Capitol incident. Now they're trying to do that to go after Yeket. This is a problem. Look, this is 2026. They're building the record, and I think by now a lot of people's minds are made up, and they are going to feel this in 2029. I think, at this point, it's easy to predict that they're going to be beaten so bad. And this is why you're saying there is a plan, a very calculated plan that is now in motion with the nomination of the new NEC commissioner, chairman, to steal the elections. Because I'm sure the Unity Party don't feel at this point they're going to win 2029. With everything they're doing, there's no way possible that they're going to be reelected. This is absurd. They should leave Yeket alone. He was voted by his district, and if the people don't want him in the next election, they are going to make that decision. It's not for the lawmakers to come. Why we even the very idea, the way people play with the Liberian people, the very idea that people would call the lawmakers back, spend thousands of dollars just to remove Yeke, is that an emergency? Is that any kind of urgency that they can't wait to come back? This is just silliness. And the fact that Liberian people can just sit and that these people are doing these things and can walk freely and go and sleep freely, it says a lot about the Liberian socket. I'm sorry, but it's what it is.
Thank you very much, Jacob.
Yes, Stanton. So, this is very critical. And for me, I mean, Yeke is a big brother and all of that, but I don't even see it about Yeke, for example, personally. For me, it's deeper, it's more profound to me than just the personality of Yeke. And I want to go back to my original point I've been and try to stick to that. We are in a democratic culture, and people want to butcher the democracy, people want to butcher the law. For example, I was just looking at the Constitution. Article 1, the first line in the Liberian Constitution, the organic law of the land, the foundation of the state, the foundation of democracy says all power is inherent in the people. Now, that's the most powerful thing you can ever see in the Liberian Constitution, because it tells you clearly where power is resident. Now, people go to the polls, they take the ballot paper and they vote for their representative. Nobody can play Nyanka Ulaka and authority of the people. So you want to remove a certain lawmaker on flimsy ground because you say the message, in fact, the message somebody fell. He didn't make any treasonous statement. He didn't violate the law of the land. And you say you want to remove a lawmaker who was voted for by the people, power inherent in the people as stated by the Constitution. So we can't be playing that. I mean, we because we're so used to this democracy now, it's been 20 years, so people won't start playing with it. But I can tell you, this democracy, this peace, this system of government will pay for by the heavy price, by the blood, sweat of hundreds of thousands of people. So we should not play with it. You don't remove a lawmaker who was voted for by the people, by the constituency, just because you don't agree with his politics. No, we don't do that. So we should stop that kind of play. We should really go back to serious matter. The Liberian people have serious issues. Our schools are terrible. Our public health facilities, they're bad. The electricity, we don't have electricity in the country, so the economy is not properly functioning. There are no jobs. People are very hopeless. The country is hard. We live in this country. Things are tough. You go to the market. I went through earlier today. No buying going on. It's hard here. And I think the President Bwaka, Liberian people voted for him to improve the living standard of our people. And I think the President should be focused on that and not allow, few insecure Unity Party people around who are catching feelings because of what you catch feeling at your business. We got serious matter to do. Why are you catching feeling over what Jackie says? If you don't you don't wear big ball pants, you can't do democracy, you're just catching feeling because of poor view, we can save, we can help you. You got to be big boys. We have to be able to really deal with the real issue. And the real issue I just talked about here, the government needs to focus on that. People spending 200,000 to go to the border. People joking, yeah, that's a meaningless wastage of public resources. We can invest that money into Telewion Hospital. We can invest that money into public health system. Let's be very serious about the issues we face here. It's gone 3 years now. We're in 3 years now. Since the Unity Party came to power, they promised to develop this country. We've not seen a development yet. 3 years. They have less than 2 years because last 2 years will be campaign. People need to focus on developing the country. And you talk about Putu today, I want to back the government to do investment and support the government on that. The CCMC support the government for development, for jobs. That's why we want to back the government to deliver jobs for our people, to rescue our people, to deliver living standard for our people. I back Joseph Bwaka on that any day. But to not focus on that important thing and allow Uncle Joe, for somebody from Lofa is our uncle, traditionally, to start focusing on immaterial to remove Yeke, that's not going to help. It's not good. It's not good. We don't like
Thank
that.
you.
Let's start to focus on real important issues. That's what I was saying.
Thank you very much.
The people
Thank you very much. I know we're going to move ahead. Thank you, Jacob. Guys, you understand that we got Snow is coming on. We'll be out of here 6:30. So therefore, sorry, not 6:30. 11:30 Liberian time, wherever it may be. So we got another hour on the show. Vendetta Patrick, let's hear you.
Are you hearing me now? So this issue of the 200,000 United States dollars allegedly used by the team that went to Lofa. While I'm still trying to get the source of that money, when this budget preparation, debate was ongoing at the Capitol building, I sat on this very platform. A lot of people were saying that people have to wear president budget as we pass and everything. And I made a statement here that if we don't question certain budgetary allotment and we allow this budget to be signed into law, we should not cry. We should not talk anything because budget is a law. I was criticized by some of my panelists. And of course, people who are listening, they also question that. For me, I'm looking at the legality of the budget. Budget is a law. As long as it is passed by members of the House of the Representatives and concurred by the Senate, it goes to the president signs it into law, it becomes a law. So we should be questioning the legitimacy of the money used, 200,000. We saw how huge the legislature budget was. Why do they have to appropriate certain money, that huge money, I think almost 10 some more $1 million, 38, while the vast majority of the people are suffering? And people say, you know, the people have to do the work, no partisanship at that time. So for me, CEO, if the money was spent, or maybe an agency or government gave them the money, and they are not supposed to do that, I will question that. But as long as this money is taken from the appropriation in the budget that was approved and signed into law by the president, they acted in full concert with the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia. There's nothing that criminal in that, because budget is a law.
I was trying to get VP come.
But VP, the Zoda thing is not in the budget.
Wait, so VP, you're saying as long as I want to ask a question.
Listen, you are not moderating yet.
I'm not moderating.
Ask the question now. The border thing in the budget.
But you gotta be recognized before you talk. I'm still in speech.
I can finish. It seems like you
all sat here. No, I'm not learning. No, why you say that? We all
you learned that, but you want people against you. You do
that. Were made here. Hey man, my man.
But on the main thing is that VP, the budget, the border thing is not in the budget. So
your kid that road 200,000. The person steal the money. The person want to steal the money.
Yeah. Kev, let's hear you.
Yes, Stanton, thank you. Let me say hi to everybody. You see,
Pastor, why you dropping on me? I just made my intro. I need to talk on
that.
I will come back to you. I just want to announce that I just spoke to Safoko, District Number 9 representative. He's not well. He's taking drip, so he couldn't come on the call. But we'll play the video of what happened, and we wish him well. I thought I could bring him on. That's why I was kind of quiet in the back. But yes, indeed, he's taking drip right now. Something happened today. Surprisingly, as it to us, as a breaking news concerning a land dispute, and the Liberia National Police began to fire tear gas. But whatever the case may be, we will play some of the video. So Kev, go ahead. And then, you know, I don't know if me, but hey, Kev, go ahead. I will just wait. Go ahead.
Let me say this. I see people. We are talking about. Folks are talking about the procedure in moving and Yeke. For me, I don't think it's the main issue, because we all know it is illegal. But let's look at why. Let's look at why. These guys are so crafty. They're so organized. And they're doing it in real time. They started with Kofa because they needed a house. They needed a house. This is 2029 we're talking about. That's where the eyes are. They needed that budget. Who next? Yeke. Yeke is disrupting. Everything happy coming to the people. Let's move in. We want to move Yeke. Those guys are planning, they are orchestrating, they are smart, they're intelligent, they know exactly what they're doing. They don't have time for anything we're doing. And I said it today. This is not a CDC problem. It's not ANC problem. It's Liberia problem. Those guys are slowly marching us to the dark days. They're slowly marching us to the dark days. They're not after Yeke because Yeke talk about Guinea thing. They care? That Guinea thing gone. They don't care. But they after Yeke because Yeke is disrupting their movement. Anybody who stand in front of the way, they will wipe you out. And that's why they after Yeke. Because they expected Yeke to be in that fries. They expect Yeke to be there. They want Yeke to be there. And Yeke said, no, this is not what I signed up for. Right? And let's go back to let's go back. Yeke started this thing from day one with Joe Buckeye, spent $50,000, and Joe Buckeye spent knockout money, right? Not knockout money. That money from Isaac, from the people social security money to buy cars. Yeke started to talk about those things, those illegal things, and they sit down and say this guy is a trouble. So they're not taking Yeke out of that Guinea thing. Trust me, they don't give a damn about that Guinea thing. What they care about, that Thomas Fala district, you see him go, he dancing, that he district. But what they want to take Yeke out for is because Yeke is disrupting their movement. Easy. You don't need to be a rocket scientist to understand this. You don't need. Forget about the procedure. The people look like people who care about procedure. They take out a COFA illegally. They care.
Thank you.
They want because of what's happening and Yeke disrupting their movement. That's all.
But so thank you very much. Yeke, I will hold you for last. Let's hear Colonel Gray. I want to say to all of you, Emmanuel will take over the show. And then we got a lot to talk about. You would just have to speak what actually on your mind moving forward. This Yeke issue and what just took place in district number 10, again, I spoke to Safoko, it's very troubling. But let's hear Colonel Gray on this whole. It's amazing that 200,000, that's small money, 200,000. It just killed my whole spirit. We knew that these guys were going to that border because of the money. We knew that. It wasn't because they're going to see shake hands with the Guinea military people. No, it was all about the money. We knew that. We said it and people said, no, it's not true. 200,000 took Thomas Fala, Richard Conan to the border. 200,000. They pressed that to resolve this border. And thank God I will say this before Colonel Gray come in. You guys are going to get mad at me. And Yeke, you will hate me for life, but I will say this. The Guineans are withdrawing from the border. They are putting back the heavy equipment. If this is military tactic, I don't know, but our sources from Guinea, they are putting back the military equipment. Now, I know opposition are going to kill me on the show for giving this breaking news. But if you think that's live, please go there and show a video that's what I'm saying is live. But I can assure you, and I can assure you that the commitment was made by the president of Guinea that the troop would gradually withdraw from the border. You understand that he doesn't want to be, and maybe you know this very well, Colonel Gray. The backlash that you send us there and abruptly tell us to leave, he doesn't want that. Gradual withdrawal, easy withdrawal, that his people will not turn against him. But they begin to pull the heavy equipment away from the border. They are still on the Liberian soil, though. They are still there. Yeke, you got sources in Guinea. You're, how you call it, you are the friend to the president, like you said. Please confirm what I'm saying. But I can say this on the show tonight. They are doing a gradual withdrawal, removing the heavy equipment from the Guinea side, putting it back into concrete to the bases. That's a positive sign. The Guineans were at Ganta this few days, and you heard about it. They were engaging the folks, asking them, can we please extend the border closing time to 8 p.m. instead of 6 p.m. because the Liberia side were closing at 6 p.m. And they were confirming, can we please extend the closing time to 8 p.m. They have some agreement to extend the closing time at the border to 8 p.m. Positive news, good news. So when we say so, we say so. Diplomacy working, and I can announce a gradual withdrawal. Whosoever send the people there, please challenge this. And I will say to you, the Guineans military troops that were in Ghana, Ganta, negotiated for 2 hours extension to the border. And again, my head is on the chopping board. Slaughter me if you want, but I can say that to you. Conor Gray, let's see. Our reporter will be reporting from the border, and we will bring this in as soon as possible tomorrow. He will be reporting from both ends of the border. This is about military takeover. This is about Dumaya and the country he runs, and he's been very careful to allow his troops to leave the Liberian soil. Good news, great news when it is fully completed. Good diplomacy. Conor Gray.
Yes, Senator, it's welcome news. I'm so glad at least, we didn't exhaust further loss of life. And this is how we should be solving our conflict in the region. And I'm happy that, Senator stepped in the mind of the Guinean president. I know he doesn't want his troop to believe that he's a weaker leader. So there'll be a gradual drawdown, and that's to upkeep his morale. But when it comes to the issue about the removal of Representative Coliver, let's not forget that this government has been in power for about 2-3 years. And for most of those time, Mr. Coliver described up to the wife of the president, very elderly woman, associated her with some miscreant behavior that probably unverified, has described our President Bouaka in various terms. So if somebody wants to talk about removing someone illegally, I don't think it's a displaced aggression. We tend to lose sight of our sanity when we just become extremely partisan. In the United States here, there's a guy named Gray Davis, former governor of the state of California. He was removed by citizens signing in to get him removed. In Liberia, we don't have that process. Misconduct are treated among equals. That's what we have in our democracy. So people to say you are voted, you cannot be removed. Yes, you can be removed. Our construct is not the citizens signing in to say remove Yeke. But if the people who are equally elected by the people feel that somebody has crossed the line in terms of misconduct, the statement was treasonable. It's subversive. He aided and abetted the end. I will say this again. The individuals who cross into our border with arms, capture some of our land or occupy some of our land, they're hostile forces. They're not friends. So if people want to say Guinea is not an enemy, you can see it that way. I have a different medium for defining somebody. Somebody aided and abetted them. And furthermore, he clarified that that's his friend. This guy is in higher places. How shall we not share intelligence with his friend? And he has made a statement that has compromised our country, and therefore his colleague has decided to oust him. Man, I can't wait for them to complete that process. When it comes to appropriating budget that have been set for the legislature or any branch of government, maybe in the future we should be questioning funds allocated for certain event in government. But right now, if the people are going on trip like those, they have to get their per diem. That's how it goes. I mean, that's how it goes.
Thank you very much, Canada. Let me bring in Yeke. We'll come to you, Jeff. Yeke, let's hear you.
I will find the time to respond to Mr. Gray, but we have a serious situation at hand, so I think we should address it. I will address Mr. Gray at the rightful time. Stanton, I will be very happy if the Guineans are leaving our border and our territory. I will be very, very happy. But mind you, Stanton, you have to be very careful. We will ask the government to please allow those journalists that were reporting to those borders, let them stop telling them not to report onto the government speak. It is a right of the people to know what is going on in the country. So I hope, Stanton, the thing that going around, you have not received your own, and you're trying to misinform the Liberian people. What we can do is, you have your journalists there. Just yesterday, somewhere to receive money to send journalists. And
We're not hearing you. You're breaking up.
Oh, am I okay?
Say that again.
Am I okay now?
Still don't play your mark.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Go ahead, you're verified. Go ahead.
Just yesterday, you asked me to receive money to send it to the journalist to buy a new phone. And I think the journalist give me the money. So I hope they are going around here to misinform the level.
The 200,000.
I'll be very, very happy if your reporter can call you and go live. I don't think it will happen.
Yeah, the reporter will be going live tomorrow, yeah, and I can confirm on the show. The president spoke to Paul Kagame. In 20 minutes, Paul Kagame called the president to say Yema Barker back and show him.
So are you
yeah, let me explain to the Liberian people. I'm not only talking to you.
But Stanton, are you the PRO for this government?
Yeah, okay. Say, I don't ask you whether you PR for CDC.
You want me to give you the news?
What we do on the show is we give the Liberian people the news, right? Some good news, some bad news. I never ask any one of you guys whether you guys are PR for CDC. I'm here to tell the Liberian people that we beat on this government when things are looking good. Let's say it. President Joseph Yema Barker pick up the phone, call Paul Kagame. He answered. He told him, "Let me call you back." He called the president of Guinea, and in 20 minutes he called the president back, and he assured that this thing will be resolved. This is one of the only person do we are listen to for. He always in Guinea. 3 months, 4 months, he traveled to Guinea. They have a good and better relationship. They are doing a gradual withdrawal from the border. It will happen. Diplomacy will work. If it doesn't happen, we'll beat on Joseph Yema Barker. But again, I will say to everyone, we beat on him. He said diplomacy, diplomacy, diplomacy. And these people are trying. There's a bigger picture in this, Yeke. And you alluded to that what this guy wants, we should be very careful. We don't want ethnic cleansing. We don't want tribal war. We don't want religious war. We want peace. So if we are getting there, we should appreciate. But let's talk about the lawmakers. Okay, I disagree with the action against you. What sort of thing that was said? I don't think you're saying that you're a terrorist into your own country. No, you're an outspoken guy. I believe in some of the things you always say. But guess what happened? The action that they will come together to remove you, that will be a detrimental mistake for Unity Party. If they remove Yeke Koluba, like they did for Nati Kofa, Unity Party thinking about coming back, the gallery thing. Don't say that the lawmakers, it's Unity Party. And this will be a detrimental mistake for Unity Party. That arrest, I'm going to turn the show over to Emmanuel George. We'll continue on the show assisted by Asido. Asido got a lot of stuff he want to talk about today.
You have a Bible study?
Yes, I'm going to praise God for the gradual withdrawal from the border. God is answering our prayer, and I'm going to beat the Sasa again. So to all of you, we'll see
I didn't see that video.
We end at 7, right?
Yes, sir. We end at 7:30. So I see you guys later.
Okay.
Next is in studio with Jacob, so he will run it. Yeah.
No, I'm not in studio.
So Emmanuel Josh, thank you for taking over. So I just want to speak to what Congress said about Yeke removal. The first thing, Congress, the House of Representatives, everybody, including the police IG, lied on Yeke, accusing him falsely. And you here having the mind to validate what they are saying and telling Yeke that you cannot wait for her removal. I mean, this is the height of hypocrisy I see in you, Remy Gray. You are a hypocrite to even say that. Yeke for 6 years insulted former President, His Excellency George Weah, and you, of all person on this same platform, hailed him. Today, because he's speaking critically against the government of Bouakai, and you want to see him removed from the House of Representatives, that's hypocrisy. You have been accused of leading the mass murdering of women and children at the Lutheran Church. Does that make it true? You have been nominated for sanction for killing women and children. Is that true?
Okay, I think he's gone up. I don't know if Nelson is at the back, if Nelson can join us so we can have the
But
video.
who removed the man? Was he removed? Was he removed?
Yeah.
Colin Gray is an IT, military IT specialist. They sent to the military.
No, he wasn't removed. I think we can get Nelson. Yeah, Nelson, can you keep up the video from...
But wait. He's a military IT specialist.
I got nothing to do with it. You know me, I'll sit there, we'll say his own. You know, that's how trained I am.
So we transition to the discussion about what occurred today at the residence of Representative Foco. Nelson, can you cue that video if you have it?
Okay, I'm trying to get that coming through. So just few minutes. I have that.
Okay, Asido, can you bring her up to speed on that since you are the anchor on it?
I'm pardon you again. So you listen to the interaction. Okay. One person has been arrested. See.
Okay, actually, what do you believe transpired here today?
Well, Mr. Josh, it is not about what I believe. We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 eyes. It is about what the 10 eyes just saw. The 10 eyes right here, what we just saw. Forget about what transpired. Let's talk about what we saw with our eyes. Is that the way policing should be? You saw everyone, there's a second video to that. Everyone standing up, no one doing anything. You saw the policeman carrying the other ball, the other guy just there, right? Just shoot the thing. What kind of recklessness is this our country is experiencing? What kind of recklessness is this? Gregory Como is concerned a few things. How he makes more YouTube or TikTok videos. A lot of other people say he likes his lip to be pink, how it is pink, and how his soldiers behave recklessly. Other than that, he wants to write the lawmakers to instruct them how to do their job. A low-level government official bypassing his bosses to write the lawmakers. Look at what we just saw. Let's forget about my feelings. Let's forget about what I think. Let's forget about what actually happened. Let's talk about what we saw. We know they say police will exercise the maximum restraint. Restraint wasn't even necessary in what we just saw. Police walking, going. Everyone standing, looking, the major turn around, shoot the thing. Look at the other video. Next thing, there's another video where Frank Foucault is talking to the people and the guys just started shooting the thing. Now, this only means a group of people believe they are the government. No one questions them. They do anything they want to do. And that's exactly what we've seen here. This has been a pattern of police brutality under this regime.
So as you speak to this, it seems we have more information. We have what actually transpired. Why were the police?
Well, from the information we got, there was some land dispute issue where the police went there. But when the police got there, actually the entire dispute stuff has subsided. Like the lawmaker came, was talking to the people, everyone was just standing around, listening. You know, but like when something happened, everybody can go around to see everybody standing up. That's exactly what transpired. That was the crux of the entire thing. Now the police went now to show
Dr. Josh, Isadore, why we continue with the show, we just want to announce that viewers discretion is advised. That video was a very graphic one, and we hope we can continue the conversation without playing that video again.
Yeah, but there's a second one where you see again the crux of the entire thing was a land dispute. People went around to listen, to see the lawmaker came, was talking to the people. They were all calm, just normal talking.
Okay, thank you, Isaac. Fendela,
the police. Why would the police to go for someone else and start beating the male right there? What kind of embarrassment is this?
Thank you, Isaac. Fendela, did you follow this incident and what your take on this?
No, I'm just saying the video. I've not had the time to read, but I'm following comments on social media regarding the manner in front the police, carry on the arrest. First, I want to condemn that physical, contact the police had with the suspect for whatever crime they committed. I think at times when the individual poses no threat and that individual is in compliance, even if they are arguing, there must be some kinds of, approaches in order to effect an arrest. I've seen many instances where police show up, no matter the crime, and say, here are my hands. I don't think the police should be forceful in that manner. What I also don't want to agree with is to attribute every misconduct, to the head. I do agree sometimes this thing happens. But for the past time, I think the manner informed some police officers have been disciplined. Some of them are even getting afraid. We saw the case with the day on 12th Street, where the police officer was scared, even though the lady provoked him. He had to use his cell phone to do recording as an evidence. Yes, not everyone in the police force are correct. Some of them, they are very brutal, very, very brutal, untrained. But I think there have been some level of steps that have been taken to penalize some of these individuals. And I hope that the Inspector General of the Liberia National Police can carefully look into this matter. The way that young man was manhandled, I don't think he needed such a force. That force in my mind was excessive. He posed no threat. I did not see him with any instruments that posed a threat to the police. Finally, Dr. George, we can't continue to be blasting at the police. They are this, they are that. When something happens right now, we will call them. So we got to distinguish the good ones from the bad ones. The police is doing its job. to penalize certain individuals, including some of the very police officers. But if we
yeah, but
bundle
you
everybody because
you will agree, Vendela. And nobody is saying the police is not doing a job or not supposed to do their job. Nobody is saying that we don't need the police. But I think you may agree that we expect the police to work in confines of the laws that govern govern them out there, don't we?
yeah, but that's why I'm saying that those who are working in the confines of the law, they should be appreciated. And those who are using force rather than legality, the police IG should ensure he intervene and investigate them. This is the point I'm making. But every time one police officer does something wrong, we will bundle the entire police force. The police are not doing anything. The Bwaka police, the Wea police, I have not collectively defined, the work of police or all police officers. Some of them, they are very intelligent. They will never do what the other fellow did. The video evidence that we have seen, they will never do that. But in every institution, you have individuals that will misrepresent certain conduct of the police force. So we got to be careful. If a police officer does something wrong, in my mind, like what I saw, I ask the police to investigate them and penalize them if they are found
Thank you,
guilty.
Mandela. Conor Gray, you want to tell the public the video was very graphic, so we won't be showing it again. I know it's late in Liberia and most of the adults are watching, but we won't be showing it because that video was graphic. But Conor Gray, you saw the video. What's your take on it?
Well, Emmanuel, the problem with policing in Liberia in general is the fact that people must understand that when there's a crime in progress or when there's an action in progress, and I think this is where every misconduct like this must serve as a point for in-service training for the police. One of the things I would like to see done in Liberia is crowd control. If you have no business, don't stand there. Then you make the situation become more cumbersome.
Yeah, but Conor Gray, isn't it the duty of the police to make sure that as they go into the setting that they control the crowd, they take control of the
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, in-service training. But remember, our people are so they don't even have that part in their psyche that if something does not pertain them, they should not be there. It's not part of our culture, because they want to be there. They want to be part of the action. But I would say I think the police slightly reacted, and this is a point where somebody should be called to book. But imagine you're going to effect an arrest. You're going to man the peace somewhere, and a group of people just boxed you in the middle. Sometimes it can create psychological confusion that it's you versus the rest of society, but that don't give you the upper hand to hit someone in a manner. And I don't think it was necessary. But then again, I could take that video and make good out of it, and turn that against the very force that it should use it as a training video so that they'll be able to do better crowd control in the future. But I think the action itself was overly reactive, and it should not have been.
Okay, Gamode, you I don't know if you watched the video. You saw what happened today in Monserrate County, Monrovia. What's your take on it?
I think Conor Gray has been too nice to the conduct of the police today. What happened is not overly reactive, not slightly reactive. It's criminal. It's criminal. Even me, I'm now a police officer. But even somebody that may know, you don't fire tear gas, point blank range at anybody. That's not what it's designed for. If you send the video, this guy is looking at a person like in point blank range and he's firing tear gas at them. You have another person on the video who is just standing. That has nothing to do with crowd control. That's not how you control crowd. And the idea that you can't blame people because they're standing around, so that doesn't excuse police conduct. The police are trained for this. They are trained that they go into a situation where the people are standing around, they are able to control that, they're able to control the parameters. There's no excuse for this. I spent some time listening to the Foucault on the video, and what he was doing the entire time where he was on the video was encouraging the residents not to engage in any sort of violence. And while he's doing that, the police unleashes violence on them. This is just criminal conduct. I think the police officers involved should be arrested. They should be charged. There is nothing. You can turn the police manual upside down. There is nothing in that manual that says they are acting within regulations, within guidelines. This is just pure wrong. And if like a VP is saying he left, but if Gregor Coleman does not want us to blame him, if the police does not want us to cast a broad brush upon the entire police force, what they need to do is to investigate the situation then and prosecute people. When we see that, then we're not going to cast, the broad brush. But if we were just saying that, people were around and people should not be standing around, and they just overreact. That's not overreaction. It's criminal. When you look at somebody point blank who's not doing anything and you fire tear gas in the face, that's criminal.
The video is, in my opinion, the video is inconclusive because at a point in time, I don't know if you observed that and what's your opinion on it. At a point in time when the tear gas was fired, it seems like someone was coming towards the police officer at that time. I don't know if you get it that way. If that did happen, because we don't have the whole picture of the video from the other angle. If that did happen, do you think as a lawyer that the police were also in the right to defend themselves if there was a movement of the crowd towards them at that time?
Well, if police officer had been attacked, because if a police officer is in imminent danger of his life, then he is permitted to use deadly force. Now, from watching that video, we don't see that unless we have another angle of view of their other video that said that police officer, from a reasonable person's point of view, that police officer was facing imminent danger, then we can make the argument. But for now, what we see from that video is that these police officers were just out of character. They were just just doing something completely illegal. Like even the video with Foucault, where Foucault is encouraging the people to calm down and allow the legal process, to take court, and then the firing of the tear gas started to come. You see police. Matter of fact, on that video, you're seeing the police are the ones who are making advances to a crowd. I was just standing listening to a lawmaker, not making any hostile move. So unless we have this video that says that can show that these police officers were in imminent danger of threat to their lives, and then for now, my position is this is just criminal conduct on the part of the police, and it needs to be investigated.
Okay, thank you, gentlemen. We passed the 7 o'clock mark. We will be counting down one last topic, and then we leave. Nelson, are we to leave at 7 or 7:30? I think 7:30, right? Okay, so we'll bring the clock. Yesterday, the president of the Republic of Liberia appointed, subjected to the confirmation of the Senate, Mr. Jonathan Wieder, as the chair of the National Election Commission. Nelson, can you bring us up to speed as to who Mr. Wieder is, his profile in Liberian politics, and then we can have a conversation around this appointment?
Yeah, Dr. Josh, you're right. The appointment, the president made the nomination of Mr. Jonathan Wieder. What we've gathered, the full information was posted on our Spoon page, but just in a summary, he has identified with the Unity Party before over time, and there information as well that he worked closely with the war room in the 2023 elections. But aside from that, Mr. Wieder has the credential as well as per what we've posted, what was contained in his credential, and as per the president's own evaluation and everything, what he sees fit, given the presidential powers, the exercise of his duty, he thought to appoint him as the next uh, NEC chairperson. So I will just go through that here very shortly, but that's just in a summary. And then let me see if I can find that, because I didn't expect that it will form part of the conversation. Yeah.
And thank you, Nelson. Governor, you the lawyer here, Councilor Clinton. The Liberian election law, as section 2.2, section 2 talks about the nomination, the appointment of members to the National Election Commission. If you look at section 2.5 of that law, it said no commissioner, election officer, or any employee of the commission shall be a member or an affiliate of any political party or of an association or organization, nor should any commission, election officer, or any employee of the commission canvass for any elective public office, directly or indirectly. It goes on to say, before assuming the office, each commissioner, election officer, every employee of the commission shall solemnly subscribe to an oath renouncing allegiance to and severing all connections, affiliations, and relationship with his or her own or any political party during his or her service or tenure with the commission. Now, looking at the electoral law of 2.5, what do you think of this appointment? Is he in violation of the election law? Did the president err in appointing Mr. Weeder?
Well, it's a tricky situation because the law. I think the argument from the government is going to be that he's either resigned or was just affiliating with the party, is not a member of the party anymore. But even that, I have my position on the law is flawed, because resignation by itself does not kill whatever allegiance you have for a political party. If I was stand CDC supporter, identify with CDC, be in the forefront of CDC, and resign, is that going to change my psyche of how I'm going to deal with elections, of what loyalty I have to CDC? So I think people who are appointed to these positions of trust, these positions of integrity, should be people who are far removed from the active political process. Of course, they have the right; they can go and vote for candidates in the elections, but exercise their right to vote. But as far as being active, the information we have, like Nelson said, this man identified, affiliated with the Unity Party. As recent as the 2023 elections, he was affiliated, and I'm hearing very active in the election of the Unity Party, in the war room of the Unity Party. How then can somebody like that be trusted to fairly lead the National Elections Commission, to fairly conduct elections? So I don't think he's not the right candidate. I think Mr. Walker should go back to the drawing board and find someone much more independent and who's not affiliated with the Unity Party or any other party to be able to do that. But again, we've said a lot of things here. There's a lot of things in the works. I think there's an attempt by the Unity Party to defraud the next elections. I think people are thinking that they're not going to win this thing, and so they are going to position people who are going to win this thing for them. And I think this is wrong. I think if you're in the opposition community, if you're in the civil society, we should make enough noise so that this nomination is withdrawn.
So, Dr. Josh, I'd like to just go through a gist of what I have here about Mr. Weeder. So, according to information we've gathered, Mr. Weeder served in several roles there at the National Elections Commission. He previously served as the NEC commissioner from 2004 to 2020. And during that tenure, he oversaw key areas like the human resource, the finance and procurement divisions there at the National Elections Commission. And he also served as acting chairperson of the National Elections Commission, playing important roles in managing the electoral process in the country. And then he went on to serve in several international electoral on several international electoral missions across Africa, including Kenya, Ghana, Nigeria, and other countries across the African continent. And then in terms of his educational credential, he holds a master's degree in development studies from the School for International Training in the United States, and a bachelor's degree in general forestry from the University of Liberia. That's just just a brief summary about him.
Thank
And
you,
then
Nelson.
yeah.
Okay, thank you, Nelson. Yeah, I mean, he been in the National Election Commission for a while, and it seems the president is reappointing him back to that, but in higher capacity. But before I get to Conor Gray and then we start to wrap up, Gamone, I know you affiliated with the Congress of Democrats Change, the CDC. Some will be asking that now the acting or chairperson of the National Election Commission in 2014 ran on a CDC ticket as a senatorial candidate. So how do you respond to that? That most of the commissioners that you elected, including some will be saying, including the former chair, Madam Lasana, seem to have affiliated with the CDC at one time or the other. Do you think that you are in the right position to criticize the appointment?
Well, I don't know. I can speak to the affiliation of Madam Lasana. I don't know that information. I don't know who the current.
Yeah, Madam Tapler P. Reeves ran on with a CDC ticket in the 2014 special senatorial elections.
Yeah, my position continuing to remain that people who have been actively involved with one political party or another should not be nominated to positions at the national election. We need very independent people to run the elections. So my position doesn't change because at the legislature, the Senate at the time allowed those nominations to go through. I don't know how much affiliation the last chairman had with the CDC. I seriously doubt there was any serious connection there. But I think this issue is very important. This guy, from everything we're getting, it's not just one of those guys who just support the party from the East. He's a UP stands UP guy. You can't have somebody like that leading the National Elections Commission. It's just not. It's just not a good look.
Thank you, Councillor Clinton. Conor Gray, what's your take on this?
George, the fact remains that every time a new commissioner is appointed, there's this acrimony about party affiliation. And that has been the clarion cry for many, many years. Some of us have proffered in the past that commissioners must be elected. And when you do that, then you tend to give them some level of autonomy. But no matter who you bring here, they were associated. Matter of fact, when Madam Lasana was appointed, rumors went around that she was the girlfriend of President Weah at that time. She had some proximity. All kinds of rumors flooded. When Johnson Francis Morris was nominated, the same thing. They say she's the cousin of Madam Sirleaf. You name them. Even the past commissioners have all had some level of affiliation. I think the beauty of our democracy is in the process. If anybody can spare a fair and balanced process, no one person can change the result. It has been tested and proven to be otherwise. The last time it happened where somebody actually manipulated the result against the the will of the people were probably under Emmett Harmon, and we know what happened. But after that, if you don't campaign sizably, you're not going to win election. If you don't appeal to the people, you're not going to win election. Nobody can change that. So if you want to bring Jesus Christ, who is non-aligned, or the Prophet Muhammad, who is non-aligned, to govern a Liberian process, you're not going to find anybody that you say this person is clear-cut, don't have an affiliation. Look, I've not declared any political opinion or maybe interest to join Unity Party. But if I were to be appointed today, they'll say I'm more Unity Party. Because that is the human being. That's what we have. That's what we ask as a group of people who will find reason why we're going to lose the future. Instead of working towards winning the future, we're already self-defeating ourselves. No matter who you put there, it is the process. Somebody was appointed to spearhead that will make
Yeah,
it.
but Conor Gray, in a situation where elections have to be free and fair, and there should always be the perception of an election being free and fair. When you elect staunch partisan, staunch analysts, the chair of the war room of a political party, the head of the FDA transitional team, as the head of the National Commission, the National Election Commission, don't you think you are taking away from the people the perception of a free and fair elections if you elect someone who is a strong supporter of your political party?
On the contrary, I say even if you don't appoint someone who's a staunch supporter of the sitting administration, people will still find a way to pin that individual as such. I'm not saying that you should appoint. Take for instance, the name the CSA boss name was flooding all over the place. We all know such an appointment would have created more question, you understand, than addressing the issue of appointing a commissioner. So yes, I would say try to look for people who some of them have this dark record in the past of aligning with the party openly. But you know what? This is the prerogative of the commander, of the president to appoint. So you gave him the choice to appoint, so he appoints. And that individual has to go through confirmation hearing, of course. And then that's where the people will speak, whether or not that individual should be. But for the most part, I will not see Mr. Widow and say, it's a very dishonest man. He's going to rig the election to a certain way because he was appointed by President Bakai. I don't know if I can make, that kind of huge claim. And mostly these are perceptive moments where we all believe that because I appointed a judge, so judge is going to rule, is going to, manipulate the election in my favor. I don't find sense in that in all of my, my existence as a human being. I believe that if you fight well, you will win election. The
Thank
person
you,
that won election.
I will now allow you guys to do your closing, and then we'll close up. It's 7:18, so each person can run with 2 minutes. Let me start with Conor Gray. Let's start with you, and then consider Clinton.
Okay, George, the problem about Liberians is that we just don't understand sometimes when people don't support other folks' political ambition. They align that with hatred or likeness. In politics, we don't hate people because hate is a crime. You, Clinton, you accused me the other day, I don't like Mr. Weir. That is a strong crime to associate with someone. Hate crime. Don't like Mr. Weir. No, I don't support Mr. Weir's political ambition. That's the worst at most. But if Mr. Ware, for instance, invite me to go for lunch. It will be a camaraderie moment. We'll sit down and knock glass, and there's no hate or hatred in that. So I heard somebody saying here again tonight that when Yeke was abusing Mr. Weir, find a tape, see where Conagre ever support. Look, I'm a decent man. If you don't like it or not, the same way I don't like Prophet Key, I don't watch him. That's the same way I will not validate somebody who openly, abuse anyone for no reason. I don't do that. I can disagree with you and make my point. I don't have to, to describe you in any intimate form or manner. So I want to put that clearly. If you have a tape where I was supporting Mr. Caliber when he was abusing President Weir at that time, show me. I'm human, but I don't. I will never do that because the fact about it, my decency is different. You understand? I can disagree. I have enough to describe how I feel about a certain process or political ambition of someone. But to say I hate them, and so therefore when somebody leashing on them, I support them. I don't do that, George. That's my closing for the night, my brother.
Thank you, Conor Gray. Councilor Clinton.
Thank you very much, Conor Gray. I don't think I used the word hate. I think dislike was, and I in the background pretty much was because when you take every situation of Mr. Weir and even the good situation like with the COVID thing, which was a plus for the administration, and make it a bad thing. But there are Liberians you can find who are not very, very stench active political participants to name to the National Elections Commission. You can find those people. And we are not saying it is not the prerogative of the president, and that's what the law is in place that places some qualifications on who the chairman of NEC can be, not have that affiliation, not be a member of the political party. So there's not that the president, because the president is appointing someone, and then the perception now becomes that president will have to do the president's bidding. It is the president working actively to elect the president, was in the war room, working actively to elect the president. Now the president appoints that person to, kind of chair the National Elections Commission and conduct the next elections. It is a kind of a political reward, and it becomes very dangerous. I think that's the issue. As the police issue, I've seen the video. Unless there are other videos out there to convince me otherwise, I think the police were completely out of order today. There is no kind of police training. There's no kind of police manual that is going to give a kind of okay to the conduct of the police. At least from what we've seen from the video today, I saw that the situation today was purely unprovoked. There was people just standing and listening. The police did not give anyone, at least from what we could see the video, for people to despise before firing tear gas. And in one of the videos, very point blank. So I think those are criminal conduct. And if the police is going to begin to hold people responsible and forward people to the Ministry of Justice for prosecution, we are saying this thing as citizens and as members of the public, then we can say, yes, the police is making some progress. This is not a police thing as a unit, but these are some bad apples within the police. Until that is done, we are going to continue to hold Mr. Coleman and his leadership accountable for the conduct of these police officers. On the Yegat issue, I'm glad tonight that these lawmakers can come up and say that they're not involved with it. They will never be involved with it. I don't believe that Yeka have said anything that rises to the level of removing it, of course. The expulsion is the prerogative of members of the legislature, or like Conor Gray said, they determine what cause is. The Constitution left that entirely up to them. But I don't believe that this is an issue. I don't believe that this is an issue enough for them to be called back to be paid to remove Yeket. there are a lot more serious issues that people are talking, from hospitals to education system, University of Liberia. I was just in Liberia. There's very serious issues that our legislature should be working on appropriating money on. YECAT is now one of them.
Thank you, Gamadel.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you so much for joining the Spoon Talk this evening. Thank you for joining us from Facebook, YouTube, from your television set, or on the radio. My name is Emmanuel George, and this is how I'm going to close. It is alleged that the Speaker and members of the House of Representatives that visited the border spent $200,000 of the Liberian taxpayer money. It is important that the Speaker and his office speak to this. If this allegation is true, it shows the level of insensitive we have in the leadership of our country. A few weeks ago on the station, we ran the situation at Phoebe. The Speaker and his crew actually passed Phoebe Hospital that is in dire need of assistance. They will have done something better with $200,000 if the allegation is true. We as leaders must be leaders, and we should work together to change the country, our country, Liberia. We should support each other in doing this. The situation with the police, the video is cleared about a fellow citizen being brutalized by the police. I think it's police brutality. And I'm grateful that a few weeks ago when we had the Inspector General of Police here on the station, he spoke to watching these videos and having those officers investigated. What I'm not clear about is under what circumstances was the cannon launch on peaceful surveillance, whether they were peaceful or not. We don't have that part of the video. The President of the Republic of Liberia, as I conclude, has the right to appoint anyone to any position. That is the right we have given to him under the law. But the reason why many of us Liberians voted President Joseph Yimam Boakai was because we thought, and we continue to believe, that he's a person of integrity and a person who has the opportunity to change Liberia and make Liberia a better place. I believe the president and his team made a fundamental mistake by appointing Mr. Jonathan Wieder, who served as the head of the war room of the Unity Party and also served as the point person for the transitional team at the Forestry Development Authority. Those positions are strategic positions that he plays within the Unity Party. It is extremely difficult for me to believe in my right mind that he can be neutral, that he cannot be biased. There is no way how a military officer removes his military gear today and tomorrow we expect him to be a civilian. We spoke against this for many, many years. When we had many military leaders in Africa somersaulting and becoming civilians overnight. And we all felt that they only changed the uniform, but did not change their personality. And that's the same way I feel about the appointment of Mr. Jonathan Wieder. He's only changing his uniform to a neck uniform, but not changing his personality and his bias towards the Unity Party. I believe that the Senate should not confirm him. The president has many, many well-educated and well-meaning Liberians who may affiliate with a political party, but not in strategic roles that he could appoint to this particular position. Mr. Wieder, I believe, is compromised because he has been in the highest role in the Unity Party in a very strategic position, and that makes him to have some bias. Thank you so much for being part of the show. I look forward to this conversation tomorrow. Have a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow on Spoon Talk. God bless each and every one of you. Good night.
Well, thank you, Dr. George. Thank you, Councillor Gabonde Clinton. Iremi Gray, thanks as well to you. We appreciate your respective contributions to the show tonight. And we look forward to seeing you all tomorrow and having a great show. Connor Gray, you want to say something?
No, Nelson, I'm done. I'm leaving.
Okay.
Have a good night.
Okay, you too. Yeah. Well, folks across the world, I want to say thanks to you for being here tonight. It's been a good show. We appreciate all of you, your respective contributions. Just listening to the show, sharing your thoughts in the comment section. We appreciate you. To those of you who play the listening role, catching us on the different stations, the frequencies across the country, we want to say thank you. And we look forward to seeing you here tomorrow. Lincoln Murray's, Simidi George Shelton, thank you for being here. Shokon Kube, we appreciate you. Terry Van Collins, thanks for being here tonight. We appreciate you. Ruth Goba, my Ruth, thanks for being here tonight. Aloysius Alexander Tente Jr., thank you for being here tonight. Patrick Tor, Joseph Kerr, we appreciate you. Per Kimmer, Nathaniel K. Hill, Philip Bala, thank you for being on here tonight. We appreciate all of you. Hannah Wright Kimmer, thank you for being here. And Jackie Mersch, thanks as well. We want to say thanks to everyone for being here tonight. Spoon Talk comes on tomorrow. It's going to be a great edition of the show. You can make up time to join us. Until then, I'm Nelson Collet. Have a good night and bye for now.
Yes, sir. A special one from the CEO. Stand coming with the spoon. And your boy, the South.